All right, and with that perfect timing, it is time to start the very last episode of Dream Daddy. How is everybody doing tonight? Thank you very much for joining me. Boom, here I am. What's up, guys? So, yes, sadly, for the time being, this will be the last episode of Dream Daddy. Now, this may be something we return to if popular demand says so, or if this video blows up. But currently, the plan is this will be the very last Dream Daddy stream, which I know we're all very upset about. So let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into this thing, cause I mean, we got no time to lose here, baby. Let me turn audio back on. All right. Can't spend too much time dancing.
Welcome. You've got dads.
All right, so back to the selection screen. And yes, you did read this title right. We do have speech chat. I show you guys here. I'm very professional. Bada bing, right here we have speech chat. It is unmuted now. Let me get all this right. Just want to show you guys what this is. And so now, if you guys say something in chat, as long as you're a follower and you have been a follower for 30 minutes, your chat will be blasted over top of whatever I'm playing. Now, if you're Kevin, you can abuse that and cause crimes, but you could also just say hi, tell me how you're doing, and other friendly things like that. So last we left off, we went on a date with Craig, and that went pretty well. But I feel like if this is the last episode, I want to return to my waifu, which would be Matt. At least for the time being, until one of these other bachelors convinces me. So, we're going to go with Matt, and we're going to do our second date. We've already read this before. Avid coffee enthusiast, passionate coffee drinker, music enthusiast. You can find me most days selling bean juice at the coffee spoon or hanging out at the park with my amazing daughter. Let's get it. Let's get this. And let me also spam my moderator, because Mr. Kevin is always a little late. But it's fine. There we go. Instead of messaging the guy, why don't I ever walk over and grab some coffee? I'm feeling really sluggish today anyways. Coffee is bussin'. Amanda sticks her head out of the room. Father, want to go to the coffee spoon? Oh, so you can get called cool once, and now you're the cool dad who hangs out at coffee shops and listens to neo jazz and stuff? Amanda, are you gonna bring your laptop and your leather-bound journal so you can work on your poetry anthology? Look, honey, do you want me to buy you coffee or not? Let me grab my laptop and my leather-bound journal. Nice. Damn, music kind of funky. Oh, I can't even turn it down. Amanda and I make the short walk over to the coffee spoon. The place is quiet today, and just a few people hanging out, reading books in the cozy little nooks. I walk up to the counter and see a familiar, pierced face. Hey, you're the dude I yelled at a bunch the other night.
Ugh.
Amanda casts a sideways glance at me. He tried to sell me shirts. And who might you be, miss?
Aww.
This is my daughter, Amanda. The person I am a father to and am very protective of. An honor to make your acquaintance. My name is Pablo. Did I mention that I make witch house
Tranquil
music?
Corgi said the robotics gang is watching. 4 people total.
Well, thank you. Also, thank you for highlighting that first comment. Ooh, is that going to appear in chat? Or is chat box broken for today? Ah, chat box is working. Well, what's up, everybody from robotics? I appreciate the public humiliation.
KevKev0301 said pressure's on.
Pressure is on. Pressure is on.
Tranquil Corgi said turn off slow mode loser.
If I don't, I need slow mode on, because Kevin will just spam and destroy chat. Please, listen, we gotta have some kind of control. Alright, I gotta keep reading as well. I wouldn't call Witch House music, but okay.
KevKev0301 said, imagine not being immune to slow.
Kevin is a moderator. He is immune. A piercing blow to my ego, though not one that will
Tranquil
dissuade my need
Corgi
to impress you.
said, can you turn it off for me? I am not evil as he is.
I can mod you, but for the time being, not now. My innate dad senses tingle. I'm overwhelmed by the fatherly protective energy. I must do something
KevKev0301 said, I feel upset.
to protect my child.
KevKev0301 said, I've been attacked.
You're a little evil, Kevin, but it's okay. Defend Witch House. Appropriate lines from taken or change the. Let's change the subject. Anyways, Pablo, I didn't know you worked here. Yeah, man. Today's my first day. Matt's still training me. Brian. Matt comes out from washing dishes in the back room to meet Amanda and I. I high five, as fellow cool people do. I see you've met my newest employee. At your service, although I'm only here until Vacant Vale starts their world tour. When's that? Well, we have to put out a record first. Alright, Pablo. Now, what do we do with customers again? Right, yeah. I feel like the crop top isn't quite customer service apparel. I mean, maybe I'm just biased, but I feel like a uniform might help, but okay. Pablo clears his throat. Hello, good folk of Maple Bay. Can I interest you in a tasty caffeinated beverage? Smashing pumpkin spice latte, please. A classic. And you? Americano football, decaf, Father John Misto? Well, decaf is gross. I don't think he'd like football. Let's go that one. Please. That might be the worst pun I've ever heard. Hey, it's pure comedy. Yeah, puns are the highest form of comedy. Oh, I was making a joke off. Father John Misty has an album called Pure Comedy, and the drink is named after Father John Misty, so I was... Yeah, never mind. Coming right up. I mean, he's a little awkward. I mean, that's why he's fitting. He's awkward, just like me. Pablo gets to work making our drinks while Matt observes him. He'll get the hang of it. For as goofy as the dude he is, the kid works hard. For as goofy of a dude as he is, kid works hard. Hey man, that concert was a lot of fun.
KevKev0301 said Zoe's a little awkward.
Listen, Kevin, no roasting people. Not with voice chat, it's not allowed. Hey man, that concert was a lot of fun. We should hang out again. Hell yes. I'm actually going to be done training Pablo in a couple hours. I was going to go record shopping. Want to come along? I almost said record shopping. Record shopping. Absolutely. Pablo brings us our drinks, and Amanda buries herself in her
Tranquil
laptop.
Corgi said, Kevin, where did that come from? How dare you?
Pablo brings us our drinks, and Amanda buries herself in her laptop. I spend my time sipping my drink, cracking jokes with Matt. Last time we hung out, he told me he had trouble hanging out with other people. But for some reason, he and I can talk and joke like old buds. It's weird. I feel really comfortable around him. Once Matt...
KevKev0301 said, doobie bar doobie bar Agent P.
Perry! Once Matt feels comfortable leaving Pablo on his own, I say goodbye to Amanda and we start walking to the record store. Have you ever been here before? No, I mean, we have a record player sitting in the living room, but all I have are 2 copies of Frampton Comes Alive. Oh, this should be fun then. We're gonna find you some good stuff.
Tranquil Corgi said, wow, Kevin's both mean and unfunny.
Let's see, we got Steady Bean Dinner Food, Sad Swears, Fake Beard Arms Race, Dover Ghost, Couples Therapy, Yacht Club Miracle, fuck yeah. Oh, is that the only names we got? Man, the art in this game's so cool. The walls of the store are packed with posters, artwork, stickers, and records. A few people mill around, flopping through milk crates of albums. Some indie band is playing through the speakers. It's a nice vibe. So, why do people still buy records? Isn't it kind of outdated at this point? There's a lot of people who try to tell you that vinyl sounds warmer, or more true to the artist's intent, but I really think it's just nice to collect records.
KevKev0301. Said Parry, the platypus is no joke.
I think a lot of people like vinyl because it is like a physical way to have something you appreciate. It's cool that in this day and age we have just about every song ever created available instantaneously on our phones, but there's still something about holding an album and get to see the artwork in your hands that I'll always love. I don't have it here, but I do have one vinyl. That's why I tried to get as many of the records that I love in physical form as possible. Remember when we were kids and we'd have to wait around by the radio with the cassette tapes so we could record our favorite songs? Boomers. It made us listen really special.
Porgy, said Perry.
What is this conversation going on in my Christian chat? On my Christian Minecraft server.
KevKev0301. Said see, even you understand.
I don't, they're not even paying attention to me. Not even paying attention to me. Special me. It made each listen really special.
KevKev0301. Said Jesus would have loved cartoons.
And mixtapes were even cooler because of how much work they took. Now you just made a playlist. I think the last time somebody gave me a real mixtape was in high school. I look around the multi-level record store and spot some genres. Future wave, jungle, arcnopunk, nunsploitation. I have no idea where to even start. Whatever a yacht club miracle is, that's where you want to start. Man, this is a little overwhelming. What is that? What is that? Does this say bad dads kissing? I can't even read that. Here, let me help you find something you might like. Careful, Matt. If you're a milkshake, what flavor would you be? Purple. I do like vanilla ice cream, but with a milkshake, it can't just be vanilla. Then you're just drinking ice cream. Cookies and cream. Not a huge fan of strawberry and purple. I don't think that's a flavor. If you could buy only one type of candle scent for the rest of your life, what would it be? Power Violence Cherry Blossom? Ooh, tempted. Daffodil Mountain Spring, Camouflage Summer Breeze, and Spring Creek Fireball. Creeks kind of stank sometimes. Let's do Camouflage Summer Breeze. It's like a nice summery feeling day today. What's your favorite ambient sound? Ass cheeks clapping is not. Howls of the Bone Chorus. Bowling Alley is actually oddly nice. I'm gonna go for a curveball and do Bowling Alley. This sounds like the pins clinking in the background is kind of nice. What's your dream vacation spot? My backyard inside an active volcano, living off the fat of the land in Isba, and starting a new life in the Baltics. The Baltics are pretty cool, but probably my backyard. I'm a homebody. What's your deepest, darkest fear? I worry that people are nice to me only because they want something from me. I have nothing to give, so that's not really true. I fear that I don't deserve happiness and I won't ever get it. What if nobody exists but me, and I fabricated this universe, saying YouTube when the waiter tells you to enjoy your food? Pretty obvious, that one. Matt thinks for a moment. Oh, I know just the thing. Matt runs to the other end of the store holding a record behind his back. He shows it to me. This is RAP music by Killer Mike. I do like rap. Sounded like you need some mean stuff. The album was actually produced by ELP, so you could technically consider it the predecessor to all the Run of the Jewel stuff they've been doing. Whatever you say, man. Whoa, dude, thanks for the recommendation. You're gonna have a great time with it, promise. I do like rap. Matt and I bring our records to the cash register. A young man with a September ring and a buzz cut stands behind the counter with one earbud in. Usual stuff today, Matt? Just some light pickups. Matt places 3 albums on the counter. Swear I'm at This by Diet Sig, Forever by Mystery Skulls, and Greatest Hits by Remo Drive. Tight. The cashier rings up Matt and hands his albums back in a bag. She stares at me suspiciously. Oh, she. Who's the nerd? The nerd is my buddy Brian. Brian, this beacon of human charm, is Molly. I got kicked out of art school for destroying paintings at the end of every critique. Lovely to meet you. Anyways, Matt, is the open mic night still on? You know it. Are the Third Waves gonna do a special acoustic performance? I might see if I can get a few of the girls together. There's an open mic night going on? Y'all know I can sing. Yeah, dude, we do it every month at the Coffee Spoon. Some amazing talent always comes through. Always. Got a flyer for it right here. You and Amanda should come by that night. Matt blushes.
Kev0301. Said Toby got bars.
I do got bars. Y'all don't appreciate. Any song that I sing, I'll immediately get sued and taken down by Twitch, but I do got bars. I mean, if you're not doing
Kev0301. Said more bars than Ireland.
That's a lot of bars. More like more bars than there are silver bars in the Pacific Ocean. Atlantic. Sick little history reference. Nobody's gonna get that. Will Vacant Veil be playing?
Yeah, sounds great.
If only. I finished paying for my record and we head out of the store. Man, what a trip down memory lane. I haven't been in a record shop like that since Vans had shag carpeting. Ugh. Now that you mention it, isn't it strange to think of all those weird little musical memories? How do you mean? Well, I think music is a very time and place sort of thing. A song is important to me not only because I think it sounds good, but where I was and what I was doing when I listened to it. There's music that reminds me of exes, struggling through school, being so poor I'd even know where my next meal was coming from. All that stuff. Listening to those songs reminds me of moments of my life. Yeah, now that I think of it, even the pop concert Amanda made me take her to is special to me. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the band, but hearing their songs on the radio reminds me of how young and excited Amanda was. And then that even reminds me of a younger me, going to see my favorite bands in concert with all my friends. We would always go to my friend Cynthia Chapman's house beforehand and smoke pot in her basement like we were so slick. Her parents definitely knew what we were doing. Wait, when was the last time you smoked pot? Don't do drugs. Unless they're legal where you live, then it's fine, I guess. Matt stops and thinks for a moment. It's been decades. Dude, me too. Where do you even get pot now? Is that what the kids call it these days? I don't know. But I bet I could find out. You want to get high and listen to our new records? Drugs is our bads. Say no to drugs? Yeah, why not? I mean, this looks... Yeah, this is California.
Kev0301. Said do it. Kev0301. Said coward.
Do it. Matt pulls out his phone and starts texting. After a few minutes, he looks up and smiles at me. Hey, Molly says she's got to hook up. Says to meet in an alley near the coffee shop. Okay, if it turns out it's the feds, you make a break for it and I'll take the heat. Just promise that you'll raise Amanda like she was your own. You realize that weed has been legalized in this state, right? I definitely knew that. But we live in dangerous times. Who knows what lurks in the seedy underbelly of Maple Bay? We could find ourselves on the wrong end of a deal gone bad. Just look out for Amanda. I swear. Oh, here's our guy. Coming around the corner of one of the nasty grease dumpsters, shrouded in darkness, is a lean figure dressed in all black. Excuse me, Mr. Drugman? Surprised, the person almost jumps out of his skin. It's Lucian, Damien's son. Who sent you? We're cool, man. We're cool. Says who? For all I know, you could beat the feds. Actually, weed is legal. Prove you're cool. What? I need to know that you're down or I bolt. Show me not wearing a wire. Impress him with your extensive knowledge of current drug lingo. Cite mutually assured destruction. I do love mutually assured destruction, but I want to see what my drug lingo is. Oh yeah, you know I'm cool. Every day I ripping that stinky grass, you know? Stalin's handiwork. The dandelion of the damned. 520? Oh no. Wait. Oh, I didn't put a save in. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I need to impress Senpai. Alright, skip through this. Alright. Show him that I'm not wearing a wire. I've seen this in cop films before. I've lifted up my shirt to prove I'm not wearing a wire. Look at Matt's face. Oh, Jesus. Put that away, please. Look, it's fine. I get it. Buzzcut Molly said you were coming. Right. Now that the formalities out of the way, let's make a deal. Alright. How much do you want? One. One what? Yeah. He means weed, Lucian. Yeah, but how much? One? Oh my god. Look, here, take this and give me $10. Just don't tell my dad. Let's forget this all ever happened. I won't tell your dad if you don't. Lucian handed me a baggie of something, then disappears down the alleyway. I open it up and take a deep whiff. Smells like genuine drugs. Yes, sirree. Don't do drugs. That went smoothly. Yeah, we should probably get off public property before we smoke this. Great idea. Let's head back to my place, yeah? Zalzy. Matt and I walked to our cul-de-sac and stopped at the gas station on the way to buy rolling papers and soda. I feel like I'm 16 again. Ooh, okay, let's check out the crib. Like a little jukebox thing. Got some speakers. Some weird wall. Like a kind of studio apartment looking. Tree, keyboard. Okay. I like the big L-shaped couches. Those feel very comfy. Garmacita's having a sleepover tonight, so that gives us all the time we need to do drugs. Awesome. Let's do some drugs. Oh, this is interesting. Matt pulls one of the records out of his bag and puts it on for us. I plop down on a comfy leather couch and look at his place. There are a bunch of band posters with his record collections, and his record collection takes up an entire wall. Whoa, what a collection. Is that, I mean, those are books. I don't see no damn collection. Is that his record collection? I don't think that's quite a wall. Been collecting for my whole life. It's nice to finally get them all in one place after being on the road for so much of my life. Had to ask my parents to hold on to them for me. Matt sits down next to me and we lay the marijuana drugs out on the coffee table. That sticky icky icky. Do you want to do the honors? Please, it's your house. If you say so. Matt pulls out some rolling papers and sprinkles some of the beatnik tobacco onto a piece. He starts rolling it back and forth into paper, almost breaks immediately, spilling drugs all over the couch. Never was too good at this. Matt tries again and is able to successfully roll a nice-looking weed cigarette. He hands me the lighter and the blunt, I think, and I take it. Well, let's open the nug. Smoke some of that. Open the nug. Oh. No, shit, not save. Oh, no. Oh. Guys, I can't make any mistakes. It's not possible. It's not allowed. Okay, smoke some of that gateway drug. I don't know if that's what people call it. I light the joint and inhale deeply. This is not what I remembered. It's been a while, though. Maybe pot drugs have just gotten more potent since the last time I smoked? I pass the joint to Matt and cough a little bit. Should it sting this much, or am I just a baby? Matt takes a hit and his eyes go wide. That's not weed. Oh, God. Did we develop a taste for meth? No, it's... Matt takes another hit and winces. Yeah, this is oregano. I sniff the air. Yeah, that would definitely explain why it smells like a pizza place in here. That little punk ripped us off. Ah, well, we can still relax and enjoy the music sober. Look at his eye. You know what? You're right. We sit and listen through the Diet Sig album that Matt bought, which is catchy as hell. I look around the room again to see photos of Carmencita growing up. I spot a young woman with a huge smile in one of the pictures with the two. Who's that? Ah, that's Rosa. She was Carmencita's mother.
Kevkev0301 said going back when you mess up a choice.
Fine. I can't go back for 5 minutes. That's what it says. It says for around or 5 minutes. She died when Carmencita was young. Yeah, what a great topic. I'm sorry to hear that. Amanda lost Alex at a young age too. I can understand how hard that must have been. I like the...
Kevkev0301 said I can do that 35 more times.
Well, let's not. Also, I love that they use a very gender-neutral name like Alex, because you can choose whether Alex is a boy or a girl. I look around again, spotting a framed gig poster hanging on the wall. On it, there's an illustration of Matt and Rosa surrounded by flowers. The cursive lettering reads, "Stillness the Dancing." Looks like they played the Soundgarden over a decade ago. Were you two in a band together? Yeah. That was the reason why I started touring so much when I was younger. We traveled the whole country in this little rinky-dink little van. Little van. It was hard to start, but once we started gaining notoriety and seeing how much our songs meant to kids, it was just incredible. Wow, that seems like a life only some people dream of. And if you guys like and subscribe and, follow and destroy that subscribe button, it's a life I might be able to live. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. I do appreciate if you guys would like and subscribe if you're on YouTube, and follow and subscribe maybe if you're on Twitch, and check out my Discord and my YouTube on the About page. All right, okay, fine. It was difficult at the same time. I couldn't have done it without someone by my side. You guys could be at my side if you. Okay.
Tranquil Corgi said stop flirting with chat.
Okay. Yeah, I tried. I did my best. Rosa and I knew that we couldn't keep doing it forever. The long hours on the road, missing your family, sleeping in a van, all that stuff. So once she became pregnant...
Kevkev0301 said Toby Smexy AF, don't stifle him.
Yeah, Zoe, my girlfriend. What do you know? So once she became pregnant with Carmencita, we put down our roots in our favorite town to play in, right here. Since she was a kid, Rosa always had a dream to own a quiet little coffee shop. She died before it opened. I'm so sorry. Don't be. I'm not really sure what to say. I couldn't possibly count the number of times I told people the same thing after Alex died. Matt gets up to flip the record. Next to the turntable, I notice a dusty piano. Do you play? I'm out of practice. I used to jam on the keys a little bit back in the day. Used to jam those keys. Oh yeah? I fronted the hottest 7-piece ska band that Eagle Rock Bay High School had to offer. Man, that's a long name. No way, you had a ska phase? Phase? Ska never dies. Bro, I don't even know what ska is, I'll be honest. Except for Scommunist Manifesto, who broke up after the senior talent show to pursue solo careers. Scommunist Manifesto is an amazing name. Dude, that's so rad. Matt pulls out the piano bench. Give me some of that two-tone love. Oh man, let's see if I still got it. I sit down at the piano. Stick to your ska roots. Anyways, here's Wonderwall. Let's go stream. Fuck you, I guess, Thomas. I just decided not to play what you said. That's odd.
KevKev0301 said I bet I could get the choir teacher to name something after the Scammunist Manifesto. KevKev0301 said she loves ska.
That's great. Huh. I'm just wondering why it's not playing what Thomas said. I guess he just needs to get good. This is kind of tough. Ska. I'm tempted to do anyway. Here's Wonderwall. Let's do ska roots. Hey, I think I'm doing it. I'm playing real ska. Wait, that was just smoke on the water. Matt, I've forgotten how to play. The Deep Purple's always appreciated nonetheless. Alright, buddy, can you top that? I shouldn't. Ah, come on. Nah, it's been a long time. Never too late to get back into it. Matt, you just sat through a butchered version of Deep Purple Smoke on the Water. How much worse could it be? Matt stares at the piano for a second. Okay. That was a lot of eggplants. Just saying. Okay. Matt closes his eyes and runs his fingers over the key. He catches a deep breath and starts playing a melody. If I didn't know that he hadn't played the piano in a long time, I never would have guessed it. Matt plays a soft, sweet love tune filled with emotion. I've never heard it before. Is this one of his original works? Ooh, man. This is so cool. Matt finishes the song and finally opens his eyes. How was that? That was amazing. It's nothing. Come on, man. That was killer. You gonna pull that out for the open mic night? No, I never play at those. Well, why not? You're really good. It's just, I don't do it anymore. I don't like being up there alone, having so many people stare at me. It doesn't feel fun anymore. I can sense that Matt's getting uncomfortable at the thought of it. I won't push him any farther. We could be a duo. I'm just saying. I got the vocals. He could play the keyboard. Alright, man. But I hope you know how beautiful your music is. Thanks. Matt and I sit and listen to more records until it gets late, and I decide that I need to go to bed. Matt walks me to my door. Let's never tell anybody about the oregano, okay? Deal. Wait, can I tell my doctor? I don't know anything about the health effects of smoking oregano, and I think we'll be fine. Night, dude. I smile. Night. I walk inside and the house is dark, save for the sliver of light coming from beneath Amanda's door. I knock lightly on the door and enter Amanda's room. She's sitting at her desk with her camera, editing photos. Nerd. Hey, Amanda. Amanda swivels around in her chair to face me and slumps down. What smells like a pizza parlor in here? What? Nothing. So, what's up? Dad, I'm hungry. This game is called Dream Daddy. And Thomas, do you follow? It should be playing your shit. Unless you're not cool enough. Maybe Thomas is just fake and hasn't followed yet. Because anybody who's followed should be able to read out the message. Alright, anyways, back to the game. Wait, no. Hi, hungry. No! I'm Dad! Amanda subbed. Amanda collapses on the floor. Is it because Kevin is subbed? Maybe? It should be for...
KevKev0301 said, how dare you think I would be bottom? Tranquil Corgi said, shush is fucking dead, oh my god.
Shush is fucking dead. It's just... No, it says it'll read out messages for followers as well. Well, it is just... It's like it's a Chrome thing. It's not the actual one you pay for. So it might not be a perfect system. But it should be self-moderators, subscribers. Okay, Skates. I see you, dog.
Skates1247 said, take the money.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. You know, I can specifically add people to the chat, so I'll just specifically add Squid Brisket 33. Alright, you should be added, young man. We'll see if it works. Well, thank you very much, Skates. I appreciate that. My loyal homie. I don't know why the sound went off twice, but I appreciate it. And I will now update the Elgato capture card. We're slowly but surely chugging our way there. For those who don't know, any donations go towards getting a new Elgato capture card, which would allow me to stream games from my Xbox and do more collaborative work. In general, any money goes right back to the channel. I just like shouting that out. Amanda collapses to the floor. Is she dead? I promised myself that I'd never let it come to this. Sorry, kiddo. You set it up, I spike it down. You're a monster. Want some spaghetti? Yes, please. Amanda and I boil pasta and heat up the sauce in a pan. While I boil pasta and heat up sauce while Amanda watches. Despite my best efforts, I'm not able to set it on fire.
Squid Brisket 33 said, BRB.
Thomas, you're not allowed to leave after I just set that up for you. How is record collecting? Man, can I stop? I need to stop headbutting Michael so often. He's going to get a concussion. Anyone who does not know, this is my mic. His name is Michael. How is record collecting? It was great. Did you know that Matt used to play in a band? No way. Was he good? I don't know if the band is good, but he plays some piano.
KevKev0301 said, Skates is a legend.
Skates is the homie. Have you just finally discovered who Skates is? Last time we left off, you hadn't. But he played some piano for me tonight, and it was amazing. He played piano for you? Dude. Yeah, I brought it up that he should play at the open mic night he's having at his coffee shop, but he got kind of weird about it. Hey, I saw a flyer for that. We should go. It's not too late to start a father-daughter punk band and play a couple tunes there. Yeah, let me break out...
Skates1247 said, yes, here.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, let me break out my glockenspiel. I think I only know hot cross buns, but I can work off the chord progression. Glockenspiel. Amanda and I have a nice dinner before she goes back to her room to do photography stuff. I end up watching True Life, I'm a House Hunter. They're staging an intervention for a house hunter who is crying uncontrollably over the color of the walls. They know that they can paint the walls of the house any color they want, right? Matt's song is stuck in my head all night. Do it once, do it right. Dad tip 46. Come on, come on. Only an A? I'll live, but I'm upset. Angry about weather. Cool. Ska. 520. No fat doobies were smoked. Record collecting and bowling. Do love me some bowling. Bowling's nice. I'm trash at bowling, but I like it. Well, it's been a long day. Just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, turn off all the lights and head down to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. My kids need some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda. The crying immediately stops. Not right now. Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. Oh. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, her knees hugged against her body. Is everything okay? I don't want to talk about it. My instinct is asked if something happened. But I mean, she's about to head out to college. She's basically an adult at this point. I feel like it's probably just best to leave her alone with it. Did something happen? No, nothing happened. Go away. All right, let's leave her alone. Let's leave her alone. All right, I'll leave you be. I back out of the room and close the door gently behind me. She immediately starts crying again. I mean, if they're sad about something, pressing them like you're interrogating them as if they've done crimes isn't going to make anybody feel better. I mean, if you're sad about it, you're already sad about it. You don't want to talk about it more than you have to. Wow, I have no idea what has her so upset. She's seemingly totally normal. I feel off for just leaving her to cry, but I also get the feeling that if I tried to do anything else, it would only have made her more upset. Can't stop mentally cycling through all sorts of awful things she could be dealing with right now. More than anything else, I just want her to be happy and safe. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. I love the fucking... For some reason, the only word that's coming to my mind is slides, but that's not what those are. But I love them. I love them. I never checked out the bedroom much. We also don't know what his job is. We just know he does work at he does do something. Maybe I'm a freelance musician. Or maybe I'm a streamer. That'd be perfect. After a night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she's willing to talk about whatever's bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda. Morning. She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She doesn't even look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today? Nope. Okay. Do you need a ride to school? No. Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking. I have to go. Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. I think that went well. I think it went well. Did she get shot? Oh my god. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal very soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on the wall. In it, I'm teaching her how to ride a bike.
Skates 1247. Said door sounds like a Glock.
Yeah, bro. What if she was crying because she found out like one of her friends put a fucking hit on her and she just got shot up? You're not even going to check. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she'd fall off and scrape her knees, every time the mafia would come and shoot at us, she would get up and try it again. Eventually I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she stood in the middle of my street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. Well, ice cream is the solution to all of life's problems. It is also the cause of many of life's problems. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. So I'm rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin. What? Can you come here for a second? There's a moment of silence. Yeah. I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. Dad, So just Whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da! Dad. It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over. And this is beautiful. It's strawberry. You're doing so good. Doing so good until you decided to make it strawberry. Sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%. Oh, that's so sweet. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve us up some delicious cake. So, it's really stupid. Let me turn my light on. We've been playing with the sunlight so far. What is it? This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and this just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart. I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes? I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R is going to a fancy art school in California, right? Emma R... Oh... The other one? I guess you're not technically wrong. It's good to have fallbacks like that one. Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace than Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M that both Emma, Grace, and Noah all went to a party at Mackenzie's F's on the same night. They all told me they were busy studying for Calc AB final. Yikes. So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and that's a thing. What? Whoa, I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that, okay? Definitely. You're a bad liar. So are you. I learned it from the worst. Anyways, the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I couldn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just kept quiet and keep going about my business. Amanda sighs. And then one day I invite everybody to get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos. Totally understandable. So I go to the mall anyways. I go to the food court, and who would I see but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me. Simply eating nachos without your friend is bad enough, but lying to them and eating nachos without them? That's like ninth circle of hell shit right there. What? It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss. No. Yes, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey. And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt, because of course she does, and Emma R just glares at me. Grace, nothing's coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the... Did she poop the bed? No, Dad. Please stick with me. Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyways, nobody says anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck. Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, I might add, which only further contributed to my shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they had been so weird. And I wrote another one to Emma R asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. Are you still following? What did Emma R say? Oh, okay. Get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what, let me just read it to you. Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages. Can you believe that? I cannot believe that. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, I do not understand what she's talking about. This is all well beyond me, but I am trying my hardest to be supportive. They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then and she left me on red, and then, wait, left me on red? What's that? Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply, and I know because there are read receipts. I don't know what read receipts are, but I'm just going to nod and pretend that I understand. Gotcha. So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you?
KevKev0301 said I relate very much to the main character right now.
Yeah, this is an extremely relatable story. Amanda's probably my favorite character in this whole thing. She's great. Plus she's like literally also a senior in high school, so same age and everything. And then he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat, and I got kicked out of.
KevKev0301 said not Amanda, the clueless dad.
Yeah, that's more fitting for you, though. Yeah, that makes sense that you wouldn't know any of this. Alright, I think you lost me at the screenshot, but that definitely sounds bad. There's so much more, but honestly, it's just really stupid teenager stuff. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends. Well, that's what college is for. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I almost expected it from everybody else, but Emma R's been there since Mom died. Can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied about it to me for so long. Amanda stabs the remnants of her cake. Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everybody suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad. Amanda looks so dejected I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help? Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip. Wow. I know it's pretty dumb. It's kind of dumb. No, it's not dumb. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over. Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings. I guess. Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time. Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck long, long time ago. That's a good one. That's a good one. I would have turned it into a snack machine and give snacks to all the world. But I think I'm just a commie. But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Real friendships don't do that. Not all friendship lasts forever. High school sucks. High school doesn't have to suck, I don't think. Not all friends. It's one of these two. It can honestly be either. Real friendships don't do that. When you get older and you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with, do you really want to surround yourself with people who do something like that to their friend?
Skates1247 said, but high school does suck. KevKev0301 said high school has been nice so far.
You get some contradicting viewpoints. I mean, it depends on person to person. Me personally, out of all my schooling, elementary school is the hardest. As a kid, I was really awkward. I didn't socialize very well. Like, aside from like my three best friends, I really didn't talk with anyone else. So if I had to say, that's probably my least favorite time.
KevKev0301 said you're still awkward.
I know, but I was more awkward. As hard as that is to imagine, I was more awkward. Personally, for me, I'd agree with Kevin. High school has definitely been good for me, but live your life. It's different for everybody. It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting in the effort to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. I'll keep that in mind. I look down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake? Yes, we did just eat that whole cake. Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go for her room. Before she closes her door, she turns around. Hey, Pops. Yeah? Thank you. You're always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Oh, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that made my eyes water. Man, that is so odd. I usually don't ever get emotional about shit like that. Oh yeah, blah. Manly man. Brr. Hi, this is Steven from Damazon. I'm out front with your delivery. Oh, okay. I'll be right down. Wait, no, sorry. I need to put on pants first. I can't find my pants, but I wrapped from the waist down in a duvet. Are you cool with that? I can come back tomorrow. No. I found some pants. No, I'll be right down. I found some sensible capris. Capris? Also, my eyes could be watering because I do not have my glasses on. Oh, I got a package. Wonder what it is. I bet it's that package of socks I ordered. Open up the box and start pulling the packing peanuts out. Man, these socks reek. Okay, that's definitely not socks. It's butterflies? Oh boy. I wasn't even want to know what Amanda was planning on doing with these. Hey, Amanda, your box of dead butterflies is here. What's up? Are you sacrificing them? What? You ordered butterflies?
Yes.
You can order dead butterflies online? Wait, so these aren't yours? No, but I'm definitely ordering some right now. Okay, love you. I take a look at the box again. Oh, this is addressed to Damien's house. Why did I give it to Amanda? Give it to Damien. It's his shit. Even if it shows up to your door, taking it is stealing. I should take it over to him. On second thought, we live in a society, and that's the only reason stealing is corrupt. And, also, this house looks spooky. I jog over to Damien's house at the box. I pull back his knocker, but suddenly the door opens. Don't pull on people's knockers. Mr. Beans, to what do I owe the pleasure? Okay, we gotta go on a date with Damien now. I'm intrigued. Whoa, how'd you know I was about to knock? I don't know. Oh, okay. Anyways, I think this got delivered to my house by mistake. I hand him the box and his face lights up. What a wonderful surprise. I was just about to send a strongly worded letter to the courier service about this many things. Not to pry, but what are you going to do with those butterflies?
Skates 1247. Said, yo, is that Morbius?
He do kind of look like Morbius from the most recent Marvel movie. You right. Would you like to see? I don't know if I clicked past something, but alarm bells read in my head. This is how you die, Brian Beans. Sure. Damien leads me to his study, where he set up some sort of workstation. Above his desk is a wall of pinned butterflies, moths, and beetles. I don't see any moths or beetles, but that is pretty cool. Look at that big one right there. He's pretty big too. All right. Oh, he's got mini sandwiches. Oh wow, that's really something, Damien. I'm quite proud of my little collection. You do all this yourself? Well, of course. I find it rather relaxing. How do you... It's simple. Let me show you. These aren't quite ready yet. They'll need to rehydrate overnight, so they're easier to work with. I have some over here that are ready to pin. Damien takes a seat at his desk while I hover over him. He picks up a little triangular paper and snips off the edges. He puts it all out he puts out an all-black butterfly and shows it to me. I'm rather excited about this one. It is a turquoise swallowtail. He gently opens the wings, spreading the butterfly onto the table. The backs of the wings are gorgeous, iridescent green color. Oh, and the pigment on this one is so nice too. Anyways, painting a butterfly is actually very simple. It requires a delicate touch. First, I'll pin through the thorax. Damien slides the pen through the middle of the butterfly and places the butterfly on a piece of styrofoam. He carefully arranges the antennae with forceps and begins placing paper and more pens around it. He does this so effortlessly that it's almost hypnotic. I have a frame here I think this one will look quite pretty in, but I need to let it sit for a couple of days until it's ready. And then what? I remove all the pins and put it on display with the others. I take a closer look at Damien's collection. One with bright blue wings keeps drawing my eyes. There's like 20 with bright blue wings, but I'm assuming this big boy. This one's so pretty. Damien takes it off the wall. Ah, yes, that's a blue morph. One of my favorites, too. He hands a small frame to me. Here, I think this will look lovely in your home. Oh, I couldn't take this. I insist. Believe me, I have more than enough. Thank you. If you ever have an interest in pinning insects yourself, you know where to find me. I think I'll leave that up to you. I feel like I'd probably break them in half with my butterfingers. Nonsense. You have beautiful, steady hands. You would make a fine taxidermist. Okay. Am I blushing? Damien walks me to the door and gives me a warm smile as I leave. Do take care of yourself, Brian. Thank you for allowing me to share my odd little hobby with you. You can save bookmarks directly to your desktop. I know.
You got dads.
Is that a new message there? No. It's just below Dad book. Alright, so continuing on the theme of wrapping this series up, we'll be doing our second date with Hugo. I would like to get in a date with Brian and Joseph. Let's see, what time are we at here? About an hour in, so we should be able to get a date with both of them. But I definitely want to do Hugo, Damien, Brian, Joseph, and then Matt for the third and final date, just so I could say I at least touched base with everybody. So let's do Brian, Hugo, Joseph. Yeah, let's just jump right into Damien, actually. I'm intrigued now. How do you do? I have finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how this works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please send me a letter. Damien Blood March. On a Friday night, you are most likely to listen to true crime blood podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? A coffin. What are your turn-ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. What would you want to be when you grew up? A bat. What was your favorite movie genre? Foreign outhouse horror. What's your ideal state? It's at night. We are in an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. What do you never leave home without? An upside down cross. I spend a lot of time thinking about mortality salience. Intriguing, at the least. Be generous and kind to everybody. Always be generous and kind to everybody. Always. Maybe that's what I can do. Maybe at the end of every episode I can give a dad tip like that. And remember, boys and girls, always be generous and kind. I like that. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. I think I should hang out with him to get him to know a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. But then he keeps typing, and typing, Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Brian, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter. For as you see, I do enjoy myself, availability to enjoy your company. I must ask your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in the gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. I would be highly flattered to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden. Should it please you, till then, adieu. Yours humbled, D. Bloodmarch. I stare at the screen and reread the letter several more times. Hey, Amanda. Can you help me with something?
Ugh.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. Ugh. Not only is that child labor, I think that's child abuse. No. Can you interpret this for me?
Oh.
I turn to computer Amanda. She squints at Damien's message. I just don't understand the net speak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other now? Oh, totally. This is a hot new thing. See, Dad's kid got over saying LOL and LMAO or whatever and decided what they needed to do was bring it back to the 1800s. So what do I do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill, Dad? How will you interest the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a suitor worthy of our land. I love her fucking face right now. Or our dowry. Or, so you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like the first 5 pages, and then a review of the movie. I still got a B though. Great. So what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Sure thing, dude. Regards, Brian. Amanda hits send and then smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. Making sure I walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. More of a manor, estate. The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles. I don't like that the music's gone. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door, and I look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat head's door knocker, and a hollow echo sounds throughout the house as I strike it against the door. Am I going to be murdered? I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. Dot, dot, dot. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. As I'm admiring them, the door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting ominous shadows against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring right at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Brian, pleasure to have you in my home. Oh, look at those sandwiches, though. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry, there was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked? I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings? I like oil paintings. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. I don't like the creepy music. Oh, Damien leads me around the house, showcasing his parlor, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlor again for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architecture might suggest.
Kev0301 said you're gonna get so much blood sucked out of your neck.
Hey yo, that's not the only thing we gonna be sucking at this house. Smoothies, obviously. Through expensive renovations, I have been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern dwelling. We pass a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a black parade poster. Parade. Did they just listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victoria era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, onward, there's more to see. We reach the door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. I thought this was the study, Damien. That's what you told me last time, or are you just lying to me? Sunlight streams in from floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of his room.
Kev0301 said please refrain from filleting on stream.
It is a dad dating simulator. Well, we've already seen the butterflies. Let's ask about the butterflies again. Oh, he liked it. I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you sometime. Damien, do you have amnesia or something? 'Cause literally fucking yesterday, you did that for me. You even gave me a butterfly, Damien. Damien? You know what? All right, Damien. I'm concerned I would stick the pen through my finger. Ah, the penner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. Pick up a book. You know, Brian, the Victorian era, there was some controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought the more Towery novels would encourage youth to a life of crime and would cause too much of a distraction from work and school. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Nura struggled against the chains as Sasuke bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke smirked, unbuttoning his ninja pants.
What?
Okay, I think that's enough. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back onto the shelf. That's a rare book from my private collection. Was he reading hentai? You know what? You go, Damien. Your life. You can live that life. So let's look out the window now. I walk out to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. It showcases a beautiful view. Double use of the beautiful view. Not very well written. The rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. Damn. What a man. He sees me and waves happily, doing push-ups with one hand now. I can't do that. Damn. Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week gazing longingly at full-length windows? Wait, really? No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. Please, will you join me for tea? I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out on a beautiful tiered silver tray. I take one of the one of the high-backed chairs as Damien pours and serves me some tea. I can't believe we're having a high tea. I never thought I'd be able to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
Oh,
It's a common misconception to the high temperatures, to the wealth of the class of the people the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers to both the later time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables which they're served. Oh,
oh,
my dear friend, we're currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves a tiny sandwich. Are there a lot of goths in Maple Bay? I like your cake. Let's go with your home's really impressive. Oh, so many fucking eggplants. It seems like you've really put a lot of work into this place. Thank you. No one's ever complimented my home before. Hell, I could barely get a matching salt and pepper shakers in my place, and look at what you've done. Kinda jealous. That's very generous of you to say. What's got you so interested in goth stuff?
oh.
Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city?
Huh.
Sorry. Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. You serious? Of course. But it's, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into a sort of obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and the culture of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. He takes a sip of tea. I can acknowledge that there are many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and to try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be admittedly horrid. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest, to be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. Tell me, Brian, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the same way you care about this stuff.
Oh,
But I'd love to hear about your interest. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing, and quite honestly, rather attractive.
oh.
Gotta put my glasses on. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sounds sophisticated. I love watching soap making videos on the internet. Love me some word jumbles. Learned how to juggle once. Love me some word jumbles. You liked it. The written word fascinates me. We spend much time using words, and I think people would appreciate them more if they had to unjumble them. It's poetic, really. Oh, so you're a writer. In a sense. We finish our tea and our finger sandwiches. You did what to the sandwich?
Oh,
Come, I have one more thing to show you. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in a beautifully landscaped row. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. Damn! Look at this backyard! It's huge. My God. It's beautiful.
oh.
Thank you. Victorians took flower and floral arrangements very seriously.
Oh.
You see, I was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending on the other flowers if it paired with it. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbifernum, the orange lily. What do you think this one means? Cheers for sweet revenge, thou art the tightest. Oh, eggplants on that one. The orange lily is actually a symbol of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangements are so challenging. What's your favorite type of flower? Snapdragons, honeysuckles, sunflowers. Let's go Ukraine. Sunflowers. They remind me of the sunshine. You can eat the seeds as a delicious snack. What a practical choice. My stomach grumbles. Oh man, now I want sunflower seeds. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. He would put together a bouquet for me? No one's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more of his beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Brian, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls his cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. And go for it. Damien smiles and walks back to his house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely yard. Yeah, whoever does the art for these games is amazing. Because this is beautiful. I kind of like how they just like splotch the colors. Instead of trying to draw each individual flower, it just makes it feel like more of a collection of colors. This makes me wish I had to put a little more effort into the garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes and then immediately died. Oh hey, a gargoyle. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle! If you put... Oh god. Wait. Oh jeez. Okay, that's the head. Put it down. Put it down. Okay, this is the base, right? What? Okay, this is the base. Yeah, that's the base. What? Is that? No. Get it. Let go. Okay. Is that way? What? Is it that way? What? Is this one, right? It's gotta be this. That looks like legs. But it's not. And that's wings. I feel like I'm missing a piece. That's the head. Wait. Oh my lord, you could flip it. Shit. Okay, well now I got 13 seconds. Okay, I got this. Just calm, collected. Our secret. He'll never know. Whew! That was a close one. Uh-oh. Here comes Damien. He looks upset. Brian, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything all right? Damien worries the hem of his coat in his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have, well, his teacher needs me to come out to the school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. You're right. This is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Let's go. Let's go. Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien. You're here in record time. I wouldn't miss it for the world, dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, it doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the My Kids Are in Trouble rodeo. What it is this time? This, Damien, you have to see to believe. Damien and I fall in a step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in section, and I vaguely wonder if Manda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down into the darkness. Are we about to get murdered by Hugo? I don't like this. Watch your step. I hear faint voices drifting up from the basement. They don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had the sense to stay out of creepy basements. Spooky music's back. We find another teacher in the boiler room, tucked away in the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around at the scene of the crime, a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Or I forget. Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me. The room falls silent. I wasn't trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what happened. Is that... You promised me there were wine down here. You tricked me. Yeah, that's fucking cask of Amontillado. You got...
Kevkev0301 said the room makes me think of the Dozer School for Boys.
That very upsetting topic. If you are interested in such topics and want to be more informed about the racial history of America, you should check out The Nickel Boys. Incredibly sad, and it's a troubling book, but it's very good and it's very informative. You promised there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a second. Lucian, did you try to...
Kevkev0301 said sponsor us Nickel Boys.
First sponsor, best-selling book Nickel Boys. Wait a second. Lucian, did you try to cask of Amontillado, Ernest? I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turned to Damien and whispered to him, What's a cask of Amontillado? It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down to his cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucian, you tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it turned out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? Ernest is just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I'd lied about the wine. And you were cackling manically. That sort of tipped me off. I'm just doing the same voice for them. They both look like little assholes. Ernest, 20 minutes? Dad.
Sweet manchego.
It took you 20 minutes. Son, we just did an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado, and it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you to elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages and read a review of the movie.
Sweet manchego.
It's only 5 pages long, and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this under what the hell. Don't do whatever that was again. You're both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high-five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home, Mr. Bloodmarch. Take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in a tense silence. Interesting. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin to drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. But I care about you, and all I can see is you're struggling. So if you decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, we can do that too. Oh. Maybe you could spend this week looking for a summer job. I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucian continues staring out the window. Love you too. We spend the rest of the drive in relative silence. Yes. I'm not sure if I'd have quite the same response, but it's sweet. Good parenting. Well, yeah. The moment we pull into the driveway, Lucian hops out the car, slams the door, and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation, you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright. All things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. It is that, yes. I really admire how you'd handled that. You're a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him. I don't think yelling at him would do us any favors. It really does. You're a good dad. Oh, those fucking eggplants. See you around soon? It would be my honor and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo! What you watching? Tiny House Hunting Brothers, Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bickers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watching them with a bemused expression, both their heads touching the low ceiling. I told you I wanted a 2-bed, 2-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outside is only like 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg. Why don't they just get a regular sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go?
Kevkev0301, said Greg.
Fucking Greg. It got strange. We had to go to school and pick up Lucian since he tried to... He lured Ernest down to the cellar with a promise of fine vintage and then tried to brick him into the wall, right? How'd you know that? Has everybody read this story except for me? Lucian livestreamed the entire thing. Haha, fucking sick, bro. I'll livestream me sealing Jacob in a brick wall if it gets me views. Maybe. This entire day is beyond me. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. He was pretty sick. Date complete. Fuck yeah.
Familiar with the works of Corey Feldman? He simply slayed in The Lost Boys.
No. Don't whisper to me like that. Well, that was actually interesting.
You got dads.
I think he's an interesting character. As a dream daddy, maybe not, but he's definitely an interesting character. Hey, buddy, I have a favor to ask. Robert invited me over for dinner. I know it's kind of a faux pas to invite another bro, but I've known the guy for years and I still can't get a good read on him. I know it's going to be super awkward if I go by myself. Will you please come with me? I love food. I especially love food that's free. And I don't know why you're sweaty over cooking, but sure. Dude. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. I really hope that's a sweat of relief. Eat that dinner. That quirky lab assistant from NCIS just reminds me of you. Interesting. That doesn't sound too bad. Could definitely go for free food, but why is Craig being so apprehensive? Does he know something about Robert that I don't? Robert's just a little odd. I hurry up and reply before my dad brain can work itself into a paranoia spiral. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. Craig and I decided to meet up before heading over to Robert's place. The later we get into these videos, the worse my reading gets. Craig's waiting on the porch with a bottle of white wine in hand. Brian, boy, am I glad to see you. Likewise, man. Class of you to bring wine. Oh, it's not wine. It's sparkling apple cider. Robert literally has a wine cellar, so I think he's good. Wow. Or at least I think he has a wine cellar. I'm honestly unsure if he was telling the truth or not. I can never tell with him. Thank God it's just me. I never know. He's so deadpan about everything. I usually just laugh it off, but man, that guy's an enigma. We start walking over to Robert's house. Does Robert even know how to cook? I have sincere doubts about whether he knows even how to even shave properly or iron his shirts. I feel like you learn to cook after you learn the first two. One time I saw him grab a hot dog from the trash can. I mean, it was at the very top of the trash can, like sitting above it, but still, if you were on trial, I think the jury would define that as in the trash. In his defense, I've definitely considered grabbing food from the top of the trash before. Well, yeah, I think we've all considered it, but the difference is that Robert actually did it. True, maybe he's the enlightened one. Maybe we're holding ourselves back. I like that possibility. For some reason I have some vague memory of one time when I was leaving a movie theater. At like the very back row, there was like a basically completely full bucket of popcorn, and I was just like, that shit's like $4. So I just took it. It's fine popcorn. I mean, yeah, maybe someone dug their greasy little fingers in there, but bro, it's popcorn. You're gonna say no to that? Also, stream is frozen. No, it's fine. Is it? Why is stream lagging? No, it's just on my end. Okay, good. I was ready to be lagging for today. And again, thank you very much, Skates, for subbing. I really, really appreciate that, man. It's just another small step towards our goal. Another small step for mankind. Alright. We arrive at Robert's house and ring the doorbell, but the doorbell won't chime. Must be broken. Craig knocks on the door a few times. I'm gonna have to reset my feed. It's bugging. Since when does Robert have a dog? I don't know. That's weird. I can hear Robert just inside. 1 second. This is uncharted territory, Brian. What if he's the one making the barking noises and there is no dog? Don't say that. We're not even inside yet. Finally, the door open. Robert looks a little surprised to see me. Brian, didn't know you'd be tagging along.
I don't know.
Did Craig not tell Robert I was coming? Come on, Craig. I can leave if there's not... No, it's fine. Come on in. We enter Robert's living room, which is surprisingly really nice. It's super messy, but it's still nice. Make yourselves at home. We can still hear barking from the other room. I didn't know you had a dog, Robert. Oh yeah, that's Betsy. We had to put her up when guests are over. She'll calm down in a bit. What kind of dog is she? Pit bull. Rescued her from a dog fighting ring a few years back. She hates stranger. If I let her out now, I'd probably have to take you both to the ER. Craig and I make eye contact. He raises an eyebrow at me. Sorry, Michael. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Anyways, dinner should be ready in just a minute. Hope you guys like osobuco. Osobuco? Robert leaves the room, presumably to go to the kitchen. Craig leans in and whispers. Was the dog fighting real or was he kidding? I don't know.
Hey.
What's osobuco? Buco? I don't know. Did he make up that word? Until I have osobuco in front of me, we can only assume so. We sit in silence for a second, taking in Robert's living room. He's got a pretty nice pad. I like his boomerangs. Alcohol. He's got a sick little vinyl player here. Lots of laundry everywhere. Succulents. Stick bug? Okay. Are you about to get sawed? Nah, usually you wake up in those situations. You voluntarily walked into this one. You right. Robert finally walks into the room, carrying 3 paper plates of steaming food like a waiter. I don't have a dining table. Don't trust him, so we're eating here. Also, I don't have real people plates. Hope that's okay. Robert sets plates in front of us on the coffee table. Still can't tell what it is. Meat? Maybe? Lots of sauce. I can make out some vegetables. Think it might be rice. Could also be pasta. Guess there's only one way to find out. I take a bite. Oh my god. I take another bite. The melody of flavors in this dish is amazing. The meat is so tender, and the risotto, I think that's what it is so creamy. Robert, this is really incredible. You cooked this? I fished it out of a dumpster behind a restaurant. Or at least what I think was a restaurant.
Nice.
Can you believe people just throw this stuff away? I almost gag. I'm kidding. I look over at Craig, who looks wary but still has his mouth full. He gives Robert a thumbs up. Glad you like it. Where'd you learn how to cook like this? Worked at a restaurant in Spain. Tucker's feeling very musical tonight. If you guys can hear that, he's... Let me see if that's picking up. Maybe? No. He just started howling downstairs. In Spain for a hot second. Is he messing with us? I decided to play along. You lived in Spain? After I dropped out of college, I went backpacking through Europe, crashing on couches, sleeping in hotels, wherever. Totally broke, I worked a couple of odd jobs whenever I could scrape together some cash. One night, I'm out eating dinner at this little restaurant just outside of Madrid. Go to pay, and I realize I spent the last of my money on booze the night before. I'm in the middle of ditching, and the manager catches me, puts me to work in the kitchen. Long story short, they ended up liking me so much they offered me a job. Why not, right? Started living with some distant relatives on my mom's side. Over the course of 2 years, worked my way up from busboy to sous chef. Learned a lot. Don't think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure you need, like, education to be a sous chef. Pretty sure that is, like, a highly... You know, what do I know? Craig and I wait for the punchline. What night watchman did he swindle to get into the States? Who did he con in a game of poker in the back room of a speakeasy for safe passage into the crew quarters of a cargo ship? ... Anyways, still love to cook. I don't know what's real anymore, but this food's so good, I kind of don't care. That's amazing. It really is. To be totally honest, I wasn't exactly expecting gourmet cooking here, especially not served on paper plates. I don't care about presentation. Food is good, speak for itself. This ossobuco is screaming for itself. And paper plates are just as good as regular plates if you double them up. You right. Except regular plates you don't have to buy. But whatever. Hey, is it bad if I ask for seconds? Help yourself. Save room from dessert. I made some lemonberry cervin. All right. Well, aren't you just full of... Craig looks over at me. Surprises. Robert winks. You bet I am. You can come over here for dinner anytime. Craig.
Nice.
I'm gonna go get seconds. Me too. After consuming way more ossobuco than my body could handle, and then really ensuring later food coma with a generous serving of whatever cervin was, Craig and I decide to head out. Thanks for coming. Making an attempt to be more social. Well, we're always happy to stop by if you want company. Especially if there's ossobuco involved. Interesting.
Welcome. You've got dads.
All right. Let's do Hugo. How much is in Hugo? All right. Second date. Oh, I like how the little heart stands. Here we go. Minimize eating fried foods, candies, and sweets. Oh, but I don't wanna. I should take up Hugo on his offer to hang out. I had a lot of fun with him at the aquarium. I type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey, still want a cheese board? Hugo responds within a few minutes. Colin is still being a humongous shithead. He won't stop sending the same pictures to Jackie Chan in a mesh shirt to the printer, and it's a nice picture, but it's wasting all my paper. Ooh, whoops, I meant to send that to another teacher. But seriously, he's insufferable. There's pictures of Jackie Chan everywhere. Save a couple for me. My Jackie Chan scrapbook is a little light on the content. I think this would be a really round. This will really round it out. Let me get to you after class ends. Oh shit. No logo. This is just a random plastic cup. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do now. Dad nap. I hop on the couch and turn on some Antiques Road Warrior for the background noise. I got this ornate cabinet from a yard sale for $5 in 1982. To be told that it belonged once to a Confederate general is a huge surprise. This will help feed my tribe for weeks. I really like the way the appraiser's voice echoes through the mouthpiece of his leather armor/bondage gear. Maybe this is that ASMR thing that Amanda keeps telling me about. I drift off to sleep. Oh. Hey, sorry about that. Colin's in principal's office now. He says he knows Jackie Chan personally and that Jackie Chan won't be happy to hear this. I'm jolted awake by a dad book message from Hugo. Oh, I can actually type. No. Wait. Go back. Oh. No! Oh. It's gonna type out "you're gay." Amanda walks in the door just as I'm about to leave. What's up, Buttercup? Just getting home from school? Where are you going? Oh, I have a meeting with the board. The board? A cheese board is what I meant. I'm getting a cheese board with your teacher. Will you be able to fend for yourself until dinner time? Yeah, I'll live, but only if you can talk him into going easy on me for the final. Sorry, buddy, that ball's in your court. What's in my court, you ask? Just a variety of delicious cheeses, meats, and their accompanying crackers. Maybe some olives, a little bit of fig jam. Yes, I get it. You're excited about cheese. Sweetie, you'll get it one day. But now I gotta go see a man about some manchego. Please leave. Wait, I can type the message here. There we go.
Brianthe Bean Boy said you're gay.
I walk into a quaint French diner and Hugo waves me down to the booth in a corner. He looks pretty tired. Long day? Every day's a long day when you teach middle schoolers. Yeah, that's why I'm going to teach high schoolers. Colin started a gambling ring. The pictures of Jackie Chan were just a cover. He's buttering in those little rubber band bracelets that are also shapes. Fucking silly bands. Them shits were so cool. Is that the one that parents think means sex stuff? Those ones. Yeah. But the reports are just sensationalist news media.
Kevkev0301 said this game is gay.
You right. Capitalizing on the fears of suburban parents, as usual. At least I hope. Yikes. Right now, I'm very ready for some fine wine and delicious cheese. Alright, just stops by and takes her order for the biggest cheese plate you have. For the love of God, just put cheese in my mouth. Yeah. And recommends us some wine. Do you two want a scorecard for trivia? There's trivia? Yep, we're starting in a few minutes. Pretty much everyone here's playing. We'd love to play. Right, Brian? Yeah, sure. The waitress hands us a scorecard and a few pencils before leaving. I might not be much help here. I'm not very good at being smart, I guess. Come on, I doubt it'll be too hard. Brian! I turn to see... Oh, Jesus. I turn to see Matt and Brian here with their daughters. They're looking like they're ready for trivia. They come up to our table to greet us. Hey, guys. Y'all here for the old question and answers game? Yep, we come here every week. But Brian and Daisy carried the team. Carmencita and I are just here for the cheese. Provolone 2, lost in New York, have been reigning champions for the last month. Man, Brian's great at trivia too. That raises the stakes. Great name though. Solid team name. That's Carmencita's claim to fame. It hurts me how good I am at puns. Like father, like daughter. You guys gonna try and give us a run for our money? We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do not to hurt your feelings too bad. Your cheese will taste so much better with a side of victory. Nice. Hugo and I bump fists. Tag team champions. We'll have to think up a good team name, but this one will be fun. Good luck. No such thing as luck, only skill. Brian, Matt, and their daughters head back to their table. Take this, little kid. Well, I guess we'll need a name. Got any good ideas? Easy, breezy, beautiful. Real monsters. Craigslist, Swiss connections.
Kev0301 said you got neither. Shut your fuck up.
Okay, fine. You know what? You're right, but okay. Real monsters? Real monsters? That'll do just nicely. The waitress comes by with her cheese boards and we revel in its glory. Already I can see a piece of cheddar with my name on it. I pair it with some strawberry preserves and slide into dairy-induced ecstasy. There's such a fine variety of cheese and charcuterie that I'm positively overwhelmed. A quick dip into the seasoned nuts. Have Kevin dip into my seasoned nuts. Shit. A slice of savory yet salty Gouda, or perhaps a focaccia crisp topped with honey and goat cheese. I'm so happy. Hugo raises his glass at me. Cheers to cheese. Hey. A middle-aged man with a backwards baseball cap, sunglasses, and cargo shorts.
Kev0301 said I'd dip into your seasoned nuts any day. Don't tell Zoe.
I don't think she's here any longer. I think our cover's good. Jogs out of the back with the frenetic energy of a radio DJ. Everybody ready for some trivia? The restaurant cheers. Oh man, looks like everyone's really into this. That's what I like to hear. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Quizmaster Quinn. My actual name's Richard. I just like alliteration. More cheers. I see some of you brought your children here tonight. That's cool. My children won't speak to me. Okay. I'm just joking around. Classic Quizmaster Quinn humor. It's actually my wife that won't speak to me. She doesn't want kids. Let's get into some questions. The first category is literature. Excellent. You know who loved literature? My dead father. I looked up to him so much. Alright, Quinn. More jokes. Classic Quizmaster quips. Just trying to keep it light here, folks. Just like I thought my wife was the light of my life. What the fuck's up with this dude? Hugo, you got this literature stuff, right?
Hey.
Does Franz Kafka have an irrational fear of one day waking up as a large, grotesque, insect-like creature? Yeah. This is the continent that encompasses the realms of Gondor, Rohan, Mordor, and Lorien. Other notable sites include Isengard, Mirkwood, and Rivendell. What is the Elvish name for this continent? Middle Earth? It's not Hoth. It's not Endor. Kevin! You know, right? Come on, what is it, Kevin? You've done a
Kev0301 said what was the question again?
Oh, Kevin! Where's What's the continent that Isengard is on called? What do the elves call it? You fool. Come on, you're my regional expert. You're supposed to know this stuff.
KevKev0301 said 3.
Okay, good. That would have been my guess. Lemuria, I don't think that's it.
Wrong answer.
He said you're wrong, but I'm assuming that's a joke, or else Kevin, I will ban you forever. Who is the writer that created Tarzan and John Carter of Mars?
KevKev0301 said 3 might have been a person.
Oh my god. They made Alcott.
KevKev0301 said not sure.
Wrongo.
Alright. Edmond Dantes is better known as this man.
Wrong.
Okay, going with C again. Did not work. Quizmaster walks around the room. I think he's doing crowd work. He stops minding Hugo's table. Whoa, nice cheese plate you got there. Thank you. How's that cheese tasting, big guy? Good? Great. Cheese used to be my favorite food, but I developed lactose intolerance later in life. I'm sorry to hear that. I also developed clinical depression. Oh. But people...
KevKev0301 said redo the game.
I will.
KevKev0301 said perfect or nothing.
I will. I want to get to the next choice so I can just load back to the first one and go through it again. But people don't tell you to just get over your lactose intolerance, right? Nobody's like, have you ever tried exercising to get rid of your debilitating allergy? Or you just need to choose not to let your throat close up when you eat brie. I mean, good social commentary, but anything? Not good timing. Does that scan? I'm trying to workshop my routine here. Mr. Quinn wanders off to another table. Who wants to start the next round? All right, we'll load up real quick. We'll go. What's that? Yeah, okay, that's a manual save. All right. Okay, so it's got to be this one.
Wrong answer.
What? Isengard, Mirkwood, and Rivendell. What is the Elvish name for this continent? It's not Endor or Hoth. Those are both Star Wars. It's not that one. It's not...
Wrong answer.
Yeah, he already said that's the wrong answer. Is it Endor?
Correctamundo.
Okay. Who is the writer that created Tarzan and John Carter of Mars?
Wrongo.
Nope. Okay, we gotta 100% this guy. Sorry.
KevKev0301 said Enna.
Correct.
KevKev0301 said the name for the land is Enna.
Huh. Interesting. That one.
Wrong.
Fuck. Shh. It's fine. It's whatever. It's whatever. First try, guys. First try. I got.
Wrong.
Oh fuck! I think I answered that the first one, but it's fine. It's whatever. Whatever. Don't worry about it. That one.
Correct.
Okay. Skip. All right. More cheers from the audience. The next round is cinema. Oh, fuck, we're gonna have to save again. Oh man, I love movies. Sometimes I retreat into them for days on end because obsessing over fictional universes is better than engaging with my real emotions and problems. All right, Quinn. Frodo Baggins, am I right? Is he okay?
Oh no.
I think it's just his character. I hope. How's your cinema?
Ah,
Spotty, I don't know a lot about movies, but if there are any questions about bad horror movies, I could be of service. That's an interesting one.
oh.
It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. And Return of the Jedi, what does Luke ask Leia if she remembers? Their mother?
Correct.
KevKev0301 said so the other elven language says the name is Endor.
Huh. I just thought it was referencing like the forest moon of Endor from Star Wars, because the first one, Hoth, is from Star Wars as well. Interesting. What entertainer makes a fourth wall breaking appearance in the film Gremlins 2? I do not know this one. Knowing the time, I'm gonna say Charlie Sheen. Fuck. I'm gonna have to load that. Oh shit.
Oh no.
It was their mother. Alright. Hulk Hogan. There we go. Which one of these 80s movies does not feature an Indian burial ground as the place of its setting? It's not The Shining. What? Wait. I think I The Shining?
KevKev0301 said The Shining is in a hotel.
Oh, did he ask which one does take place? I thought he asked which one doesn't take place. Yeah, he asked which one doesn't take place. Hulk Hogan. Yeah, it does not feature an Indian burial ground as part of its setting. The Shining doesn't. Pet Cemetery does, I know that. Poltergeist does. Within the Woods? Poltergeist does! That's what the Poltergeist is, right? What the? I don't think this guy's even right. We're neck and neck with Brian and Matt's team. Those guys are pros. I look over to their table and give them a friendly but competitive nod. I lock eyes with Brian. He gets a much sterner nod. And the next category is wrestling. Shit. Okay, we're totally boned. Hugo grabs my arm. Wait, I got this. Huh? Man, you know who to want to wrestle with? Literally anyone. I crave human interaction. Please put me to chokehold. Please! It has been so long since I've been held. All right. I am sad. I can only process my emotions by making jokes out of them.
KevKev0301 said stop cucking all over stream.
Never. Let's start the quiz. Remember, this is the lightning round. The first people to answer get the points. Oh, shit. Ah, shit. I look over to Hugo. He's focused. He's in it to win it. Question 1. This is the original name of Stone Cold Steve Austin in his debut for WWE.
Hey,
Hugo's hand shoots up. Yes, the enthusiastic one over there. Steve Austin debuted as the Ringmaster. And then he got sued. He got sued by Lord of the Rings. That is correct. Points to Real Monsters. Next question. This city was the location of the first ever WrestleMania. Hugo's hand shoots up again. Yes, the one who looks like he's known the answer for his entire life. The first WrestleMania was held in New York at Madison Square Garden, 1985. 1885. Another correct answer for, Real Monsters. Hugo's destroying these questions. He's so passionate about this. I've never seen him act like this before. It's honestly kind of hot. Ooh, a tough one. This title match went down as history as the shortest match at WrestleMania to date. Hugo jumps up, more excited than I've ever seen him. Chavo versus Kane. Oh, sorry, Bucko, but that's incorrect. The answer is actually Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 28. No, that's absolutely wrong. The real record is Chavo Guerrero versus Kane, WrestleMania 24, March 30th, 2008. Kane took down Chavo with one choke slam and pinned him for the 3 count. I will not stand for this travesty. Hey. Hey, man, I'm just reading from the card here. I don't actually write these. Well, you're still wrong. What are you, my ex-wife? The crowd erupts in laughter. Hugo blushes. He retreats back into his chair. Fine. Wago, Wow, Hugo seemed really fired up about this. Where did he get his encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling? How do you know so much about wrestling? Oh, you just pick up stuff. That sounds suspect, but it seems like he doesn't want to talk about it. I turned my attention back to the quizmaster. All right. Looks like we're down to the final category. And it's a close one between Provolone 2, Lost in New York. Brian and Matt high five. And, Real Monsters. Hugo and I high five. We look over to Brian, Matt, Carmencita, and Daisy, all playfully giving us a thumbs down and stick their tongues out. I eat a big chunk of cheddar without breaking eye contact, just to show them how serious I am. The final category is cool animals. Animals, huh? I could never take care of another living thing. Hell, I could barely take care of myself. I'm falling apart. Anyways, here's the questions. The Canary Islands are named after what kind of animal? It was birds. I know this one. 'Cause it's canaries.
Wrong.
Alright, this man's just lying. Fish.
Wrong.
I'm not sure about how factual this is. Cats.
Wrong.
Dogs? I guess canines? But that's not what I thought that was.
That's right.
What's the name of the last animal that appears in the dictionary?
Correct.
Interesting. What animal has the thickest concentration of fur in nature? Platypus. Platypus, that makes sense. Oh, actually, polar bear makes a lot of sense. Fuck! God damn it. I can't mess up, guys. You guys understand. You can't get this wrong. Otter.
Correctamundo.
There we go. As I say, it was either that or some swimming creature. Alright, I'm just going to come around and collect your scorecards. We'll see who came out on top. Remember, the winning team gets a $25 gift card to Phil's Auto Care. If you need a part, Phil will fulfill your needs. Everyone oohs and ahs. God, I want that gift card. The quizmaster goes in the back to tally up the score, pick at what's left of our cheese plate. There's a bit of brie that tastes absolutely divine on a cracker with a little bit of honey and dried apricot. So what are your plans after our big win? I'll probably retire, take Amanda somewhere tropical, drink something out of a coconut. Always wanted to do that. What about you? Probably take my winnings to Colin's gambling ring, bet it all on black, walk out with more rubber bands in the shape of animals than I know what to do with. Bold, but I like your style. You want the last piece of Havarti? Nah, that's all you. You definitely earned it. After a couple of minutes, the quizmaster jogged back into the room. Everybody immediately quiets down, waiting with bated breath for the results. Who will win the coveted gift card? I really hope it's us. Hey, everybody. We had a great night. Lots of goofs, lots of laugh, a little bit of crying in the back. But that's neither here nor there. By a landslide, the winner of tonight's contest is... Real Monsters. Come down to get your gift card to Phil's Auto Care, where Philnomic service is... God, I can't do this anymore. Just please take the gift card. I motion for Hugo to get the gift card, and he shyly slinks out of the booth to grab it. He pauses for a moment and gives the quizmaster a hug with a few pats on the back. Quizmaster sobs, just a little. What happened? He merged with Matt for a second. Hugo makes a victory lap back to our table and gives me a high five. Real Monsters is unstoppable. Real Monsters is great. May Real Monsters reign for 1,000 years. Hey, great work, guys. You guys did awesome. We'll be seeing Real Monsters again next week. I look over at Hugo, who smiles. Maybe so. We make a pretty good team, huh, Hugo? Hugo blushes, especially when I cheat. Hugo and I walk back to the cul-de-sac, basking in the glow of our win and nursing our cheese-filled bellies. Man, we crushed it in there.
Hey.
Finally, enduring the screams of young children for years on end had finally paid off. I'll take half my gift card and use this to purchase many, many air fresheners for my car, which Ernest has refused to stop vaping in. I think I'll use my half to buy at least two pressure gauges to place in different parts of my garage. You never know when you're going to need one, and I prefer to have them within arm's reach. A fine plan. Shame about that one wrestling question, though. I'm not kidding. I plan to write a strongly lettered word to whoever employed that man. Come on, there's got to be a story there. What do you mean? You didn't even stop to think. You pulled that wrestling knowledge out like you're at the ring yourself. It's just stuff I know. I'll ask again. Hugo, I figured you'd be better at lying after dealing with every kid in school for as long as you have. It's embarrassing. Come on, man, what's up? You know what's actually embarrassing? Not being able to explain basic algebra to your daughter. You know what's definitely not embarrassing? Knowing stuff about wrestling. Hugo sighs. Alright. If you really want to know, just follow me. Is he a wrestler? Hugo leads me to the house at the edge of the cul-de-sac. We step inside, and his house is exactly what I expected it to be. Neat and filled with top to bottom with books and art.
Hey,
Welcome to my home. Sorry it's so messy. His house is actually spotless. I follow him down a hallway. What are we doing? Hugo opens up the door and ushers me inside. It's pitch black. He closes the door behind us. Hugo flips the switch and I finally understand. Curio cabinets packed with in-box wrestling action figures line the walls, along with posters, cardboards, cutouts, and every piece of wrestling memorabilia imaginable. A giant widescreen TV sits on a decked-out media stand. I'm speechless. I look over at Hugo, who's hovering over by the door, doing everything to avoid eye contact. This is really embarrassing. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I mean, it's pretty cool. Are you kidding? Look at all this stuff. This must have taken you forever to collect. Can I touch this? Go ahead. I pick up one of his replica championship belts and toss it over my shoulder. Do you smell what I'm cooking? I think the line is, it's meatballs. Sorry, I don't watch a lot of wrestling. I just think it's so cool how passionate you are about this.
hey,
Oh, yeah. I really, really like wrestling. He's blushing so hard right now. Hugo, you brought the wrong kind of pizza rolls again. Looks like Ernest just got home. He's yelling from the hallway. I can see Hugo immediately deflate.
KevKev0301 said Hugo seems like Zoe.
And wrestling tipped you off to that? I told you, son. Those pizza rolls have less sodium. I want you to be healthy. Ernest comes into Hugo's wrestling room and looks around with disgust. He notices me and scoffs. I thought nobody was allowed in your precious wrestling room.
KevKev0301 said I remember her crying when she found out the Ultimate Warrior died.
I have no idea who that is, but I believe it, I guess. I never said that. I just said you're not allowed to take action figures out of their boxes and pose them so that they're having sex with each other. Ernest gets flustered. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna go throw eggs at stuff. Have fun with your stupid wrestling crap. Ernest leaves, then a moment later pops his head back in the room. And your stupid friend? Ernest storms out of the back out of the room. I hear a door slam. Hugo warily runs his hand through his hair. Sorry about him. Sorry I have to keep apologizing about him. He's just going through a phase, I guess. I try so hard to impress him, but it's obvious that no matter what I do, he hates me. Ernest has a thing against authority figures. And you don't get much more authoritative than a teacher, Dad. Yeah, that's pretty true. My ex, he gets to be the fun weekend dad. I'm just Hugo, who makes Ernest eat his vegetables and turn in his homework on time. Hey, you love him. You're looking out for his best interest. Take it from one dad to another. Someday he'll come to appreciate you. Maybe not someday soon, but someday. I hope so.
Hey.
Thanks for letting me vent. Hugo glances at his watch. Suppose it's getting kind of late. Let's do trivia again? Sometime soon? And it is kind of getting late. I'd absolutely love to. I start to leave. And, hey, thanks for showing me your wrestling stuff. Maybe you could tell me some more about it next time. Hugo smiles.
Hey.
That would be amazing. I'll catch you around. It only takes a minute to shuffle back home. Amanda's sitting on the couch reading a book about female photographers. Wow, I thought you didn't like reading. I don't. This book is all pictures. And even then, my patience is being tried. Did you get to eat all the cheese your little heart desired? I am a happy little cheese monster. But I made sure to leave enough room for dinner. Who wants breakfast for dinner? Hash browns! Okay. Toast dipped in egg! Alright. Blueberry pancakes! Well, only if you'll help me make them. You know I'm the world's best blueberry sprinkler. Also, totally amazing at heating up the maple syrup in the microwave. Now tell me all about that cheese board. Amanda and I spend the evening cooking an elaborate breakfast with everything we can find inside the fridge. I tell her all about the trivia, but leave out the parts about Hugo being in the wrestling. I figured she would find some nefarious way to use that information for a better grade. Anyone who tells you that a drink isn't manly has never known heartache. I think I've read that one before and it makes no sense, but okay.
That was so good you gave me goosebumps.
Oh. Alright. So that's 2 for him and 2 for Matt. Oh. It's a beautiful night and the air smells so fresh. I decide to take a long walk home. Take the long way home. I casually stroll through the neighborhood, taking in the sights and sounds of a suburban city with a low crime rate and wide walkable sidewalks at night. I approach the bar and I can hear the patrons inside cheering. Ah, I bet the game is on. I wonder if my team is playing. A drop of water hits my head, and now it's lots of drops of water. It's pouring rain. Maybe I should wait this out inside. I order a beer from the bar and settle in. Turns out that my team isn't playing tonight, but I can certainly enjoy the game regardless. The bar is unusually crowded, and the feeling of camaraderie over a shared love for the game makes me smile. Sports are nice. I look over the corner and spot none other than Mary sitting alone in the corner nursing a cocktail. Again, doubling up the words. Something about her seems different this time. Now she's all by herself and not hanging out with some younger guy. She looks so sad. She looks up and half-heartedly raises her glass to me before staring off into the middle distance. Let's say hi. I'm very interested about her, not her as a person, but she's interesting because her character is very intriguing. Her having, I don't know what's up with her flirting with other guys while she's also married. She has a husband. I decide to go say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. This seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyways, and she finally notices me. Hey, cowboy. Alright. You alright? Never better. She hiccups. Guess she's a little far gone. Tears start welling up in her eyes. Oh. Will you walk a gal home? I guess I should, right? I slide out of the booth. Seems like Mary's having some trouble getting up. I reach a hand to help her, but she waves me away. I got it. She clearly does not got it. You know what? Hang out here for a second. I walk over to the bartender and pay Mary's tab. Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I live in Mary's cul-de-sac, and I'm just making sure she gets home safe tonight. I know you. Yeah, it's nothing weird, just... She usually has one of the bar staff walk her home, but I trust you. She doesn't sound like... Go home with... She doesn't like go home with... I don't really want to say it. One of the guys she meets? Nah. Ain't her thing. I head back to the booth. Mary stumbles out of the seat and directly into my arms. Still raining a little bit. I take off my coat and hold it over Mary's head. Such a gentleman. Let's get you home. Mary and I walk in silence up the street towards the cul-de-sac. I have no idea what to say to her for fear she might hit on me. Or not. What did the bartender mean by ain't her thing? Sorry to have you see me like this. I'm usually not. I know Joseph doesn't like it when I just sorry. It's alright. I'm sorry if I'm ever mean to you. It's alright. No, it's not. I know it's not. I'm having a really... Forget it. I wonder if they're, like, going through a divorce. As we get to the cul-de-sac, I feel Mary starting to slow down. By the time we arrive at the doorstep, she pulls away from me. Wait, can we just... Hold on. What's wrong? How about another drink? Old time's sake. Come on, Mary, it's bedtime. Mary looks me up and down and gives me a half smile. You're right. She pulls me in close for a hug, holding on to me for a little longer than feels appropriate. She mumbles into my chest. You're a good kid. Thanks for the company. Mary gives me a pat on the back, straightens out her sweater, and walks the rest of the way to the front door herself. Huh. So she was fine the whole time?
You've got dads.
She's just testing me, or what? Interesting. Alright. Hey, Brian. What are your feelings about poker? Beyond hardly knowing her. Poker? I hardly know her. There it is. Well, good talk. Wait, I actually like poker. I just saw the joke and I had to take the shot. Please, Matt, I'm a dad, and I'm contractually obligated. No, I get that. Anyway, we've been playing weekly poker.
Kev0301 said I love gambling.
We're definitely in a state where that's legal. Anyway, we've been playing weekly poker games, and I figured I should send you an invite. That sounds great. I love losing money. Cool, dude. See you soon. Lose that money. Try to drive in a way where you never have to use your brakes. That's good advice. Matt invited me over for poker nights at Joseph's house. I put on my going out coat and walk over. Across the way, I spot Matt, who's walking over from his own house.
Kev0301 said hush, what the cops don't know can't hurt many children.
Many children? Like... Kevin, you concern me, but okay. He's got a case of beer under his arm. Crap, I should have brought something. Hey, man. Crap, I should have brought something. No worries, man. It's your first time. Just bring a full wallet. How long have you guys been at this for? Years, buddy. Just a nice way to keep in touch with the guys. It's never really high stakes. Ooh, the boys. We pass through the fence enclosing Joseph's backyard. Craig, Brian, and Joseph hover over the patio, drinking beer and chatting. Robert sits in the corner, brooding as usual. Brian, glad you could make it. So am I. Psyched we could take all your money. Just like the old times. Craig's a resident shark. We prefer the term person who's good at poker. I'm well aware. Craig's always been suspiciously good at poker. Are you still just as terrible as you were in college? I'm still terrible at poker. My tell is a sustained childlike giggle. There's no way you're as bad as Joseph. Joseph shrugs. This is basically my tithing. I'm giving back to the community.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm happy to sit here and eat all of Brian's snacks. Guess who brought pigs in a blanket? Not Craig. Not Craig. Hey, my chia seed and granola balls are just as delicious. Everybody laughs. Let's just get the game going. We all take a seat at the table, and Matt starts dealing cards. The first couple rounds go easily, and as I'm getting the hang of things, but it's obvious that Craig is running the show here. Craig, how'd you get so good at this? It's pretty easy. You start getting a feel for everybody's tell. Like Matt will scratch his ear. Hey, Brian adjusts his pants when he's trying to lie. Now wait a second. And I think you just loudly announce to the whole room when you have a good hand. Yeah, yep, that's me. That is me. I'm not super competitive when it comes to playing like poker and stuff, so I am usually just like, fuck yeah. What's Joseph's tell? Everything. Literally everything. That man's an open book.
KevKev0301 said poker is fun.
Yeah, I've never really learned like I know the gist.
KevKev0301 said it is a game that makes me silent.
Maybe you should play that on stream sometime then. Get pranked. You couldn't lie if you tried. Well, at least I have God on my side. See? Can't even say that with a straight face.
Said shut your fuck up.
What about Robert? Honestly, the man's an enigma. Robert raises a glass of whiskey to us in a solemn salute. I think he'd wipe the floor of us if he actually tried. I'm just here because I enjoy the company. Robert pulls out his phone and stares at it. Robert, is that a flip phone? Yeah. What, are you a drug dealer now? Yeah, what do you need? Horse, speed, Tijuana Johnnies? I can get you the street stuff easy, but if you're looking for some exotic or designer that's maybe 72 hours in a flavor called, maybe I don't need you today.
KevKev0301 said I wanted a flip phone, but Dad said no.
You're special, Kevin. Maybe I won't need you tomorrow, someday. Oh, I think I'm good. Right. But still, if you got the coin, I got the goods. I drive my phone in the toilet, and this is a backup until I can get it replaced under warranty. Everybody murmurs their sympathies. We've all been there. I've almost been there. I got close. We got back into playing. I really got to stop eating these pigs in a blanket. Pigs in a blanket? Pigs in blankets? I don't know, but they're very good. I think it might be the cheese in them. This guy fucking loves cheese. I love cheese, but damn. Oof, I don't know if I've got enough to raise you on this round. You could always bet your firstborn. If you think you can handle another one, be my guest. Briar and Hazel are always a handful, to say the least. Buddy, you think 3 kids is a handful? Try 4. I'm operating at 100% dad capacity at all times. Actually, it's technically 5. Christine saw a commercial for one of those dolls that poop and wouldn't stop asking for it. We ended up getting it for her birthday, but she's so grossed out by the fake baby poop, she keeps making me change his diapers. So now I'm changing the real baby and the fake baby. There's just a lot of poop in my household right now. Daisy got one of those a while back. One night I walk into her after she tried to take the doll apart to see how the poop mechanism worked. Then she couldn't put it back together and started crying. Poop everywhere. Fake poop, but still. That reminds me of... Wait, do I all have a poop doll story? Everybody nods in agreement. Guys, I don't really need more poop in my life than there is already. Can we get back to poker and not talk about poop? Matt deals another hand, and we quickly forget about the poop. We run out of pigs and blankets, so we switch over to Craig's healthy snack food. It actually isn't terrible. These kale chips are phenomenal. We should sell these at the coffee shop. It's my own recipe. I'd be happy to get it to you guys. I can see it now. Pierce the Kale. Chips. Pierce the Veil is a popular post-hardcore screamo band out of San Diego. We all look at Matt, confused. It's, maybe not any of your wheelhouses. How's the shop nowadays? Busy as ever. I'm toying with the idea of hiring another person to work on the counter, but I haven't found a good candidate. Kind of awkward, because he found the Pablo, right? If Amanda's looking for a summer gig, let me know. That's really nice of you, but I think she's been burned out too badly by coffee shops before. Literally, not figuratively. Matt cocks his head to the side. I'll ask her, though. We get down to the final hand of the night, and it's Craig in the lead by a landslide. Joseph has long since lost all of his chips, and is taken to tidying up, refusing any help from the rest of us. Brian deals us all cards. So what's it gonna take for Robert to give a damn on this round? Robert looks up from his half-empty glass of whiskey. Do you really want to unleash the beast? Well, now I'm curious. I got a long history of being a gambling man, but I'll only do it if you make it interesting. None of this penny chip nonsense. I got a Wesley's 18-year-old single blend sitting in my closet right now. Was saving it whenever it turns 21, but I'm willing to put it up as collateral. Now you're talking my language. He throws the keys to his truck on the table. She's seen better days, but she can still pull a tree trunk out of the ground. Nope. Me and myself and everyone else at the table immediately folds. Deal the cards, brag guy. Are you guys sure you wanna? You heard the man. Deal. Brian deals the next round of cards. Craig stares daggers at Robert, who casually sips his whiskey. So I know what you might be thinking. Robert puts his old workhorse up for sale. His only mode of transportation. At times in his life, his only home. How could he be so sure of his abilities in gambling? I'll tell you right now, Craig. I wasn't always like this. I was a lot like you. Smart, talented, cocksure of my own luck. Great biceps. But it didn't last long, though. I lost everything in a game of Pow Guo back in a back room of a Shenzhen tea house on what I thought was a 3-day business trip. Everything gone. Clothes, money, identification, you name it. I woke up in a ditch near Zway Park. I had to make my new life from there. It took me 3 years to beg, borrow, and steal my way back to American soil. In those 3 years, I saw the greatest depths of human fear, love deeper than I'd ever had, and lost it all many times moreover. I'd seen my own death, Craig. I know how I die. It's not like this. So let's make this more interesting. Robert produces a deed to his house from his jacket, tosses it on the table. All I have and all I am, prepared to go the distance. Craig wipes the sweat from his brow. He studies Robert's face intensely, searching for any sign, sort of tell that he could find. Robert casually sips his whiskey again. I fold. Everybody erupts. Fine. The whiskey's yours. And that's why you don't dance with the devil. So what was it? Were you bluffing? Did you have the cards? That's for me to take to my grave, fellas. Next week, boys. Next week. You got it. I'll be there. I was at a heart attack. Sure thing. This has been very relaxing, and I sincerely doubt I'll wake up in a cold sweat thinking about it tonight. Keyboard, get on that poker face, Brian. Shut up, inferior Brian. We all say our goodbyes and head our separate ways.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Well, as we round about halfway through our second hour of the stream, I'd like to thank everybody who's watching. And I'd like to thank everybody who's watching the VOD. If you guys want to support me as a creator, please follow, please subscribe. All proceeds that I make go right back into the channel, as you can see in that corner. I'm saving up for an Elgato capture card, which would allow me to play Xbox games on stream with you guys, and for you guys, and play with a few more of my friends, which I know you guys like. Also, if you want to help me out even more, check out my About page, check out my YouTube, my Instagram, and join my Discord. I'd really appreciate all that, and expect more content coming to that YouTube channel very soon. Me and Panda vs. Skip both are going to start putting a lot more stuff into our YouTube channels, so be sure to check those out. Alright, back into the game. Okay, let's do our date with Joseph, and then we'll finish out with Matt. Voted Maple Bay's #1 youth minister for 5 years running. Living in my hometown with my beautiful wife and our 4 amazing kids. If I'm not in the church, you can catch me out on the open water, sailing on the seas of adventure. I love playing guitar and crushing my kids at Candyland. Not afraid tonight you're most likely to lead the community in a fun mixer. If you had one thing to take you with you on a desert island, what would it be? My 6 strings. What are your turn-ons? My loving wife. What did you want to be when you grew up? Ship captain. What's your favorite movie genre? Feel-good movies. What's your ideal date? Lovely night on the town with my wife. What do you never leave home without? The good book. And I spend a lot of time thinking about how I can be a better man, husband, and father. Interesting. Never give up, never remember. I love that. His family's a little weird, but Joseph seems cool. Let's just take him up on his offer to hang out. Wait, how do I hang out with a priest? I don't go to church. Should I be Jesus-y? I imagine Joseph's family staring at me as I fumble through some sort of prayer attempt. Maybe not too Jesus-y, a light smattering of Jesus. Will he want me to pray? Is he going to pray at me? Do I have to pray at him? Talking to Joseph, huh? Ah! Amanda, how many times have I told you not to sneak up on me like that? I selectively ignore it every time you do, Pops. Amanda looks over my shoulder at the screen. Joseph can't read your mind, you know. If you want to talk, just message him. But I've never been friends with a priest before. What do I talk about? My favorite Bible passages? Ice cream socials? Khakis? First of all, he's a youth minister with a tattoo, not a priest. There's a difference? You're overthinking it, Dad. Listen, just put it like this. Hello, neighbor. Thanks again for the invite to the barbecue. I'd love to hang out soon if you're not busy. Isn't that a little too business casual? Fine. Give me the keyboard. Amanda focuses on the keys. Hi, Joseph. It was great meeting you and your family. I'm still new around here, so if you'd like, I'd love to hang out and get to know you. See ya. The smiley's a nice touch. Almost immediately, I receive a response. What'd he say? Hey, Brian, if you're not doing anything in a bit, the kids and I are baking treats for our church bake sale today, and I'd love to have you over. It'll be a blast, so let me know. Joseph. Huh, that wasn't so bad. He uses a lot of exclamation points. I'm more concerned about him signing his name with a tilde. I'm willing to let it slide this time. I respond back. Sounds like fun. Brian. Great. Come on by the house as soon as you're ready. We'll be here. Well, I guess I'm doing this. Save a brownie for me? Promise you won't sneak up on me anymore? Amanda stares at me, unblinking. I don't make promises I can't keep. Real to a fault, Pops. And Dad, please don't be weird about the religion thing. Me? Weird? Never. I make a short walk over to Joseph's place. Don't be weird, Brian. But what if they hang up a bunch of crosses? Or collect those little porcelain babies? Or what if they're all praying? Do they pray before dinner? During dinner? Over the porcelain babies? The door begins to creak open. A shadowy figure obscured on the other side. Who's there? Brian? The door swings open the rest of the way. It's Joseph Eldest. What's his name?
Hey.
Hey, you're Christian?
It's Chris.
Chris, right. Hi again. I'm Brian.
I know what your name is.
Oh yeah, we met at the barbecue. How's the, Please don't say it. Jesus? Chris blinks slowly. Maybe you didn't hear that. You're weird. Is your dad... Before I finish, Chris walks into the adjacent room, leaving me in front of the open doorway. Home? I see how it is, Chris. This is a great first impression. For a moment, I wonder if I should go in, further subjecting Joseph's family to my winning attitude and artful charisma. Mercifully, Joseph peeks his head around the corner. Brian, you made it. Joseph approaches with his arms wide. I'm so glad you can come by. You ready to bake? Fat fucking doobie. You ready to bake? I am not. I'm as ready as I'll ever be. That's the kind of semi-confident I like to see in a baking assistant. Come on in. Joseph leads me into a bright, spacious home full of nautical knickknacks. This isn't what I imagined at all. It's actually pretty charming. I believe you met Chris, who left you outside. Chris? Are you going to apologize?
Oh, right. Sorry.
I try to make eye contact with Chris, but he keeps looking away. He must be really shy. It's alright. Next time, just be a little more inviting to our guests, okay?
Sure.
Chris seems to relish the chance to escape the conversation and quickly vanishes into his room. Joseph turns to me apologetically. Don't take it personally. Chris likes to keep to himself. I mean, we didn't start off in the best foot in the world, plus being the eldest in a big family can't be easy. We try to cut him a little slack where we can. Ah, you're the twins. Christian, Christy, say hello to Brian.
Hello, Father. Hello, Brian.
Kids, come on, dial it back on the creepy twin stick. Creepy twin stick? Heck them on. Can you two say, come play with us, Danny? Oh no. The twins stare in unblinking unison. Come play with us, Danny. Joseph covers his mouth and tries to look away, but he's clearly holding back a big laugh. This is it. This is my Dad World Series. Okay, now say, please help us, Mothra. Please help us, Mothra. No, I can't take it. Joseph is trying his best not to break in front of his kids. The twins seem to be catching on and look eager to bust their dad. But can't we keep it up? Goes something obscure. Now say, he who walks behind the rows. The twins tilt their heads in confusion. Uh-oh. He walks? He who behind some rows. The room is silent behind Joseph, absolutely losing his mind. That last flub really sealed it. Children of the Corn? Really? Is that not mainstream? I'm off my game something fierce today. Great job, guys. We're scary. I was very scared. Joseph can't take it anymore. Despite his quiet protestations, he's laughing pretty hard into his hand, and the kids giggle with him. Aw, that's cute. The twins, obviously pleased with the new arsenal of spooky weapons, leave the room to terrorize the rest of the community. My work here is done.
Yeah.
I'm going to be hearing those lines for weeks. Next time we hang out, I'll try to teach him some lines from the thing. Alright, looks like we got a bit of troublemakers on our hands. You think you can trouble a career pro? I don't know about... I'm suddenly interrupted by a loud crash from the kitchen. What now? That doesn't sound good. Christy? No one responds. Joseph furrows his brows and motions for me to stay where I am. Wait here a minute. Joseph rushes into the kitchen. I remember this with Amanda. Half of fatherhood is trying to keep our kids from finding a creative way to kill themselves, and he's got 4. Talk about worry. I take a seat on his surprisingly pristine couch and twiddle my thumbs. So let's look around. Okay, you got the bookshelf. It's got like Lego stuff on the floor. What? That necklace down there. You guys see that behind the text? Let's look down on the floor. Well, you have many kids. Well, you have this many kids and things are bound. You have this many kids and things are bound to end up on the floor, no matter how hard you try to keep it clean. I spot a terrifying cloth doll that appears to have both arms pulled off several times. It's been stitched back together a lot. The tag says C+C, of course. I set that down and spot a houseplant. Hey, little guy. Keep being you, tiny houseplant. Oh, speaking of tiny houseplant, not so tiny houseplant, we've got Beanie. Oh, Lord, she have it. She's doing pretty good. I showed you guys her just Sunday, but she's been growing a lot. We've been getting a lot of good sun and warm weather, so I've been able to open the blinds and leave the window open, which I think has been, really helping her. So she's been growing a lot. Those top leaves have really fanned out a lot more than any of the other ones. I want to do an everyday thing on my Discord where it's just every single day I do updates and show a picture of Beanie. Of course, that'd have to be every other week because divorce is fun. But yeah, that's something else I want to do. Lots of new things. Lots of new things coming to the Discord. Lots of new things coming to Twitch. Lots of new things coming to the YouTube. That's why you guys just That's why you guys gotta stay in touch. Gotta make sure you know all this cool stuff I got going on. Can't miss out. Wow, this looks expensive, so her son casually tossed on the floor. If there's a story here, it's none of my business. Interesting. Maybe we'll find out more of that if we go into Joseph's story. Let's go into the kitchen. That's what we want to do. It's been a while. I guess I should go in the kitchen and see what's up. I walk into the kitchen and find Joseph holding Christy in one arm. She seems a lot calmer than she was a minute ago. I raise an eyebrow at Joseph. The twins are a lot more than manageable when they're separated. Where's Christian? He ran off. Christy dips a spoon in the brownie batter and gives it a taste. Dad, it's too sweet. You're too sweet. No, I'm not. You're so sweet we might have to water you down. Spiders. No, not spiders. Joseph begins tickling Christy with his free hand. Between laughing and squirming, I don't know what's got a hold of her, but that girl's locked in place. This man is a professional child wrangler. Christy fixes me with the best puppy dog eyes. Save me from the spiders! Spoon duel the Spider King? Renegade option? I got a spoon duel the Spider King. I grab a wooden spoon and point it in Joseph's direction. Unhand her, foul beast! Okay, Brian the Valiant, let's see what you've got. You may have defeated me at Tarantula Ridge, but now I have the upper hand. Joseph gently puts Christy down behind him. Have you come to squash me, knight? Have you merely fallen into my web? I'm no mere fly, Spider King. Now on guard! For a minute or so, Joseph and I mock duel with the two dumbest-looking spoons in the room. Eventually, I strike a killing blow in the invisible heart between his arm and body, and Joseph recoils in horror. Blast! I am defeated. You can never best me, Spider King, for I have the power of... I sneak a taste of the bounty batter. The magic. Oh man, that is way too sweet. Christy begins jumping up and down excitedly. My hero! Christy hugs my leg before making a surprisingly fast exit. Hey, wait, you want to bake brownies with us? Christy hesitates. She shakes her head no again. Sparkle Pony! Sparkle Pony? Joseph looks confused. You don't want to bake with Dad now? You want to play with Sparkle Pony? Yes! Okay, go. Before Joseph can even finish his sentence, Christy is out the door and down the hall. Ahead. Joseph sighs deeply as he stares into the chocolate batter. He tastes it again, face twisting. That is still way too sweet. So what made that crash? Egg beaters on the linoleum floor. It's my new techno single. Still haven't thought of a B-side. Now that we're both looking into the batter, it's got a sickly sheen of sugar and chocolate candies throughout. I have a feeling Christy had something to do with it. We need a fresh start. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'm not really a baker, but don't even sweat it. The bag came with instructions that have mysteriously vanished along with my daughter, so we'll probably be fine. Aw, bro, I got this. Light work. He certainly looks confident. Alright, Brian, you've baked a cake from the box before. Once. How hard could this be? Now grab a spoon and get ready to rock. Mario Batali, save me. Joseph and I set to work, cracking eggs and mixing the things and pouring the things according to how we assumed the box would tell us to. Things go according to plan and we have a solid batch of brownies. Whew! Wait, Joseph has a little dot of batter on his nose. Wow, Brian, way to use those dad skills. I bet you baked a few box mixes in your time. His nose. Joseph. All you have to do is bring those things to the bake sale and voila, duty done. Now let me find Christy. Keep your eye out for a pony that sparkles. Joseph, hold still. What? Thumb in position, and got it. Joseph's eyes goes wide as I gently wipe the chocolate off his nose. Is he blushing? Oh, thanks. No problem. In less than a second, I've licked the batter off my finger. Really good batter. We should find Christy. Yes, we should do that, Brian. Joseph quickly composes himself. Alright, she can't be far. You take the Delta position and I'll watch you 6. Do you even know what that means? Alpha Tango Sparkle, Roger Roger. Joseph starts making his way down the hall and calls back to me. Take the brownies and rest of the stuff I baked earlier today while I get Christy. Meet you out by the car. Holy shit, he does have a lot of brownies. Also, lots of wine and oranges. Joseph, Christy, and I arrive at the church parking lot to find fold-out tables and pop-up tents already set up. Looks like the bake sale's already in full swing. Wow, this place is packed. This is packed? There are a few people milling around. Must be a value pack. If you can count a city's population on your fingers and toes, this counts as packed. Point. Christy rockets out of the car and into the lot. Is she running on jet fuel? I want to sell brownies. Okay, let's get set up. I want to see Mom. She's down by the other row of tables, helping out with another group. Want to go over there and tell her I said hi? Mom! Christy zips off immediately. Joseph seems unconcerned. Does she always run that fast? Yeah, I can only catch her half the time. These knees aren't what they used to be. I remember when Amanda was her age, I couldn't get her to sit still for 5 minutes. 5 seconds. Yep, great age to deal with. While Christy's gone, Joseph and I arrange all our baked goods on the table and settle in. So, are we allowed to eat any of our own goods? Look, if I don't see anything that says if I don't see nothing, I don't say nothing. The man upstairs has strong feelings about snitches. Does he actually? Joseph shrugs. He eats a brownie. It looks like that some of the other stalls are selling drinks, little handmade crafts, and other sweets. Yeah, we got some like caramel apples over there. Just straight up presents. A jar full of marshmallows. Cupcakes. Whoa, someone bought a soft serve ice cream machine. Apologies, I gestured to it. How are we supposed to compete with that? Please, this is my first time at the rodeo. The bake sale rodeo. There's actually no rodeo here. It's just a bake sale. I think you and I put this together. You and I put together can make a pretty convincing argument for these brownies, don't you? Oh yeah. We high five. If you bake it, they will come. It's not long before we have our first customers. Hey, dude. Hiya. Matt, Carmencita, great to see you out here. Happy to support a good cause. Plus, as the owner and proprietor of the Coffee Spoon, an establishment that specializes in baked goods, I have to scope out the competition. Joseph leans close to me. This guy knows his stuff. Stay on your toes. So, what recipe did you use for these brownies? Don't say use the box recipe. Don't say use the box recipe. I mean, we didn't. It's not how Nana used to make. Let me tell you a story, Matt. The way they made brownies in the old country? Yeah, that was all thanks to Grandma Beans. Travelers from far and wide would make their pilgrimage to her sleepy little town, simply to be amazed by her masterful use of chocolate. All that knowledge, all that experience, it was passed on to me. Sure. Joseph leans over to me. Lying is literally one of the 10 things we try. It's fine. Whatever, man. I thought it was funny. Oh yeah. We improvised. I just let the baking spirit move through me, a little bit of flour here, a little pinch of salt there. It's sort of like an interpretive dance, but with cooking. Interpretive cooking, yes. You can never make the same thing twice. Every batch is special. There'll never be another batch of brownies with the exact same flavor sensation that these right here have. Ignore me trying to resist a yawn. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Matt. All right. We'll take 2. Actually, we'll take 3. I ring them up and high-five Joseph as our happy customers walk away. See, not so hard. Yeah, I'm hot off the good feelings from the last sale. Who's next? We sell brownies to a bunch of people I don't recognize, but who clearly know Joseph. Eventually another familiar face pops up. Oh, Brian. It's Brian. Close enough. Can we interest you two in any of our fine sweets and treats? You sure can. Bet I could eat 10 brownies. Must resist urge to be competitive. I could eat 11 brownies. They used to call me Brian Hollowlegs Harding back when I was in the competitive circuit. You think you can go brownie to brownie with me? 12 brownies. Oh, Brian loved it, but Joseph hated it. You know what? I like that. Let's leave that's a competitive eating for another time, shall we? Brian and I stare each other down. You're right. I'll just take one for myself and one for Daisy here. Coming right up. Excited for youth group movie night, Daisy?
Yeah, what's the movie?
It's a surprise. Joseph leans over to me. It's the Fast and the Furious. Really? If you think about it, there's some heavy religious undertones. Joseph hands a baggie to Daisy. I made sure to give you guys the edges. Clearly, the superior brought a brownie topography. Thanks, Joseph. The middle's the best part. Our two customers walk off with their purchases. Joseph and I survey our stock. You just selling pretty hot. This rate we'll have enough money to pay for the new paint job on the church pews in no time. Wait, what happened to the pews? Ernest spray painted his rapper alias onto them. Young Steinbeck. I would have gone for Young Man in the Sea, but I can respect that. Speaking in ministerial terms, Ernest is hard to reach. In father terms, Ernest is kind of a turd. Being a cool youth minister seems like a lot of work. It is, but it's worth it. Although, sometimes I wish... Never mind. What? It's kind of silly, but... You ever wish you could just drop everything, go lounge on a beach somewhere in the tropics, drink fruity blended beverages, fall asleep on a hammock? You know, basically live out a Jimmy Buffett song. Joseph? I think about this every single day of my life. My dream is to live in Margaritaville. One day, my friend, it will be on island time. Maybe make a couple more sales to some church patrons. Everything seems to be going smoothly. Off in the distance, I spot my old buddy Craig. Craig! He's going to be a hard sale. Craig is a fitness man. I think he comes to these bake sales to test himself, see if he has the resolve to refuse processed sugar. You sure you're ready for this? We go way back. I got this. Craig jogs up to the table with Briar and Hazel in tow. They're each finishing an ice cream cone, so it's unlikely we're gonna sell them on brownies too. Probably won't be able to sell one to the baby. She's impossible to read. It all comes down to Craig. Hey, bros.
Hi, Uncle Joseph. Hi, Amanda's dad.
Would you be interested in one of our delicious homemade brownies? I don't know. Can't spell diet without die. You remember that one time? Hey, Craig. Remember when you were freshmen? Remember how the next door neighbors pranked us by switching out our laundry detergent with dish soap and how the washing machine exploded with suds? And then we decided to get back at them by breaking bounties for them, but sprinkling high-intensity hot sauce in the mix, and then we watched them cry after eating it? I'd feel bad if we had to clean up the laundry room ourselves. Anyway, these brownies are like that, but without the hot sauce. Maybe you should get one more for old time's sake. Greg thinks for a second. Well, the girls just want a game. You know what? We'll take one for each of us. Even River? I'll eat hers. You've got yourself a deal. Look at those fucking eggplants. The day winds down. We're pretty much out of items to sell. Everyone starts packing up. Christy eventually comes back, but immediately falls asleep in Joseph's folding chair. Box mix, huh? Mary saunters up to us. She looks like she'd rather be anywhere else than here. Oh, hi, honey. Yeah, they sound like hotcakes, which is... Actually, they're just brownies. Cute. And boring and safe. Hi, Mary. Mary's eyes dart over to me. What's the rookie doing here? I was just hoping to introduce Brian to the rest of the community. Uh-huh. You get a load of this freak show? What? Weird folk is all. Holier than thou types. Don't you think, Brian? Mary, let the kid answer the question. Shove a brownie in your mouth so you can't talk. Oh. Oh, that's funny. They seem nice. They all seem like they're really excited about the church. That's pretty cool, I guess. Mary, can we talk about this later? Am I embarrassing you in front of your new friend? Joseph doesn't respond, trying his hardest to keep his cool. Can we please talk about this later? Sure thing, honey bear. Mary turns her attention to me. Hand over the cash.
Hey.
Jesus, I'm not trying to rob you. I'm in charge of the funds here. Hand over the cash she made. Feels like a hefty wad, if I may say so myself. Thanks. Now give me your wallet. What? Give me your wallet. You think this church is gonna fix itself? Mary.
Hey.
I'm kidding. Sorry, I'll work on the whole pretending to be happy thing. Mary leans in and whispers to me. He's really good at it. Damn. She walks off without saying goodbye. Yeesh. I'm really sorry about that. Are you okay? She really likes pushing your buttons, huh? Joseph shrugs. No marriage is perfect. You ready to head out? See, I feel bad because I said I was going to finish this one, and right after this we're going to do the third date with Matt and wrap it up. But I'm so interested in all these characters. God. I drop Joseph off in front of his house. A small yawn sneaks out of me. Looks like I tuckered you out, huh? Oh, I'm a sleepy dad. I think I might actually be crashing from all the sugar. I won't keep you up then. Thanks for helping me out today. Happy to do it. Also happy to eat brownies. Well, next time I promise to do something a bit more exciting and a bit less free labor. I'm very sorry about the whole thing with Mary. You shouldn't have had to seen that. It's fine, really. I know. But first hang out domestic problems aren't a good look. You barely know me. Let me make it up to you next time. It won't be Margaritaville, but we'll do something fun. Promise. And I smile. I'd like that. Oh, one last thing. Joseph tossed me a clean wrapped brownie through the window. Hits me in the face, but I'm able to catch it. It's the last one. You earned it. Joseph, please don't leave me alone with this brownie. Nope, too late. I'm already walking away. But, bye. Joseph walks to his home, waves at me before carrying Christy inside. Well, looks like it's just you and me, Brownie. We'll give it to Amanda. I pocket the brownie. This might come in handy down the road. I step inside to find Amanda doing homework on the couch. Hey, Father Unit. Hey, child that I'm required by law to care for. How's homework? It's really fun and educational. Really? How long have you known me for? Right. How's the bake sale? Good. I really could have made a good life for myself as a brownie salesman. Glad to hear it. So what? Were there any extra brownies? Or did you maybe sneak one? Or... I think for a moment and realized that I still have the brownie that Joseph gave me. Guess I'll probably do better in someone else's stomach than mine. Fucking heads up. Wait. I hurl the brownie towards Amanda, hits the wall behind her, and falls on the ground. Nice throw. She scoops it up and smiles at me. Thanks, Pops. Hey, if you're not going to go to bed anytime soon, would you be game for some real shark hunters of Orange County? I thought the last hunter got eaten by a shark. He did. I sit down next to her and cozy up with a blanket. Awesome. All right. Very last one. You boys ready? Very last date, and then sadly, it's going to be the last Dream Daddy stream for the foreseeable future. There was definitely a whisper in the background, but okay. All right. I think we gotta... actually...
KevKev0301 said, have you got every third date?
No, I haven't even done the first date with Brian. I've done the second dates with Matt and Hugo, first date with everybody else except for Brian. But I do have to, sadly, I have to go soon. As you guys can tell by my yawning, little tuckered out. Plus, my plan, now I'm kind of conflicted. Hugo or Matt? I gotta stick with my guns. Gotta go with Matt. Final date. Here we come, third heart. You know what they say about third dates, they get pretty serious. You might not have time to devour this dad book for a while. Are you ready? Yeah, let's save. Let's save and continue. Okay. Well, hopefully this won't take too crazy long. Matt and I have spent a lot of time together lately. After we went to the record shopping the first time, it sort of became a weekly tradition for us to scope out Vinyl Fantasy 7 for new releases. On quieter days, I'll go to the Coffee Spoon just to hang out with him. He's been trying to get me to branch out from my usual black coffee to try new drinks, and they're always delicious. I don't know, man, black coffee's always good. It's hard to go wrong with black coffee. Since I've been spending so much time with Matt, Carmencita and Amanda have become really close friends. Amanda's taken Carmencita under her wing, teaching her about photography, helping her with homework, and introducing her to music. That's not just boy bands. Well, she did end up taking one of her scream, crying, dancing boy concerts, so Matt wouldn't have to go. Truly a heroic move. I can tell that Carmencita really looks up to her a lot, so it's great that Amanda's trying to be a good mentor. See, the open mic night is tonight. Amanda and I busy ourselves getting ready. I try to pick out a nicer outfit than usual and pace around the room. A bunch of really cool bands are going to be playing, and I'm excited to see them. I've been to a show since the first time me and Matt hung out. There you go. It's weird. Ever since Matt played piano for me that one time, I've never been able to convince him to do it again. He's also told me that he plays guitar, drums, and even the trumpet. He still won't play any of them. For someone so passionate about music, it's strange he doesn't want to actually play it. You ready to go, Pops? I hear Amanda in the distance, in the hallway, as she approaches my room. Yep. Amanda pops her head in and looks me over. She pinches the bridge of her nose. Dad, we talked about this. What? The sandals, they're older than I am. Vintage, some would argue. I thought you threw them out. Amanda, since when did you enroll in the Fashion Police Academy? I got kicked out because I was a loose cannon who didn't play by the rules. For example, you're not allowed to mix florals, but you can totally do it if you have a good eye for color. You're out of your jurisdiction, rookie. Amanda guards the door until I pick out a better outfit. Stop. Those sandals are going directly into the evidence locker. What's the... It's the trash. Fine. I reluctantly walk over the trash can in the kitchen. These sandals. We've been through a lot together. I should say a few words. You kid, even no one else good sandals. You know, there's that one story about the footprints in the sand. And when there's only one pair of footprints, that's when I was wearing you. Come on, Dad, we gotta go. I've never seen a coffee spoon so packed. I spot familiar faces from the pup concert, all sipping their caffeinated beverages of choice. A couple of people are sitting up on stage. Bro, this place is actually kind of sick, bro. Look, we got records in the back, got a vinyl, got some setup stuff, got lots of plants. I like that. Got some good old bean machines. Fucking pies. Off. Bro, I love baked goods. Never mind. I'm completely sure in my choice. I don't see Matt, but I'm sure he's busy in the back. Amanda and Carmencita find each other immediately and do their secret handshake. Some complicated clapping thing with their hands, and then a big hug. Oh, that's cute. Brian. Uh-oh. Candidate number 2. I turn to see Hugo sitting at a table with none other than Damien. Fancy seeing you two here. I am, as you know, a dedicated patron of the arts.
Hey,
It's a bit of a tradition between Damien and I now. Matt's open mic nights always seem to bring out the best out in town. Sometimes it gets a bit odd, even for my admittedly aesthetic tastes. You guys seen Matt around?
oh,
Yeah, he was just helping that Pablo kid get some equipment out of his van. Whoa, Vacant Veil's playing a set? What? It's a witch house. Damien's ears perk. What is that? I don't know. Well, it sounds delightful. Amanda says it isn't. Shame. Alright, I'm gonna go find Matt and see if he needs any help. Is Matt gonna be performing? I head out at the back of the Coffee Spoon, where I find Matt going over some last-minute show details with Pablo. My dude! Pablo and I share a full-on, sincere bro hug. Glad you can make it, Brian. I wouldn't miss it for the world, man. You guys need any help? I think we're all set, actually. Pablo, can you remind me what order people are going up in? Well, you got the handsome and unforgettable Vacant Veil at the opening set, with selections from his new album, Witch Diaries, and then the Third Waves, who are extremely attractive and could beat me up, and I'd still be into it, are playing in a 3-person acoustic set. We got a little bit of spoken word in there. Magic act, and it looks like we're closing with Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. No, absolutely not. I remember the ridiculous set this band put on when they opened up for Pup. Sometimes when it's quiet, I can still hear the sound of an accordion being violently thrown against a wall over and over. They weren't that bad. No, you don't understand. Last time they played an open mic light, they lit their bassist on fire and the fire marshal had to shut us down. They also refused to pay for their drinks. Yikes. They're not playing tonight. Will, they're outside. All 17 of them. Tell them we're full. Then who's filling their spot? It's gonna be us. I'll do it. I'll play. What are you doing? What? What do you even do? Stop talking. Close your mouth. The Skymanist Manifesto is making a comeback solo show. I thought you didn't know how to play anymore. You don't know how to play anything anymore. Scott comes to you in the hour when you need it most. Without fail. Stop being so desperate to please your hot friend, Brian. Is there a keyboard around? Your undying thirst will be your ultimate downfall. Yeah, I have one right here. Then it's settled. Dude, are you sure? No, I am not. As sure as ska is generally played with the staccato notes on the upbeat. Well, as long as nothing gets set on fire, it can't possibly be worse than Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. Matt grabs me by the shoulder and stares into my eyes. Thank you, Brian. I owe you big time. We'll see how this goes. I settle into my seat with Amanda and watch the show start. The house is packed now, with maybe a few people even standing outside to watch. What have I got myself into? Amanda? I may have made a mistake. Dad, if you bought a brand new pair of those sandals in the hopes that I'd be okay with you wearing them, I swear to... I agreed to pull out my ska. No. Absolutely not. I had to help Matt. Dad, I love you and support you, but we left ska behind for a reason. Look, it's either this or in the splash zone for a group of 20 musicians all crying at the same time for the sake of art. Now, I'm not being hyperbolic about the splash zone thing. They literally hand out ponchos. Somehow this is the preferable option. I just have to play the thing. Play what thing? You don't know how to play any instruments. Just promise me you'll still love me after this. I promise. But I may have to change my last name and hope you'll understand. Of course. My last name is going to be Fireblast. Amanda. Or maybe Cold Steel. Matt takes the stage to a roar of applause from the crowd. He grabs the mic and addresses us all. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight. Matt's so nervous. And I'm so nervous. I can't stop staring at his mouth, and that makes me even more nervous. We have a jam-packed roster of amazing local talent you might already know, you might have never seen before. But I would like to see it again. And I'm rambling now, sorry. Oh, Matt. So, let me just bring on a dear friend of mine who's taking his live show debut. Please welcome to the stage, Vacant Veil. The crowd cheers, and Pablo bounds onto the stage, beaming. He sets up his 2 laptops and computer and launches into his set. Thank you, everyone. This one's called Witch House Never Dies, and you're next. Pablo hits the crowd with a heavy, inaccessible synth bass layered under drum samples and clips from the science fiction shows played in reverse. It's maybe not the right show for this, but everyone seems to be enjoying whatever it is. At the end of the song, Pablo jumps on the mic. Thank you to all the Vacant Veil wearers who came out tonight. A portion of the crowd cheers. He has a fan base already? He has a name for the fan base? This is his first live show. You can buy t-shirts out of the trunk of my car after the show. Also, I'd like to thank my mom for coming out to watch me play. You're my rock, Ma. Love you, honey. Pablo plays a few more songs that are actually super fun to listen to. Wow, definitely did not see that coming, especially after Amanda's strongly worded thoughts about the genre. Once he's done, he vacates the stage and Matt jumps back up again. Big round of applause for our very own Pablo, who coincidentally works here. Yay, Pablo. And hey, next up, a group of young ladies who have been tearing up the East Coast with riot punk for 3 tiers now. For 3 tiers? Years. I meant years. 3 years. Sorry, the writing on my hands smudged because I'm sweating. I shouldn't have told you that told you all that I'm sweating. I'm sorry. Wow. He seems just as visibly nervous as I feel right now. Put your hands together for the Third Waves. Buzzcut Molly from the Vinyl Fantasy 7 enters the stage, followed by 2 girls with colorful hair and fishnet stockings. All of them are wearing combat boots, and all of them look mad about something. This set is so energetic that it almost seems like a pit is going to open up in the coffee shop. I look over to Amanda, who's clearly enjoying the hell out of the anarchaic female-fronted punk rock. Hey, Dad, can I get a lip ring? Sure, if you pay for it yourself. Come on, it's no fun if it's not an act of youthful rebellion. After the third wave closes their set, a variety of acts to play the delight and sometimes horror of the crowd. The mission tries to turn a cup of coffee into a cup of coins, but it ends up just spilling hot coffee all over himself and dropping the coins. As each act leaves the stage, I get more and more nervous. There's so many people here. I don't know anything about how to play the piano, other than it has keys and you have to touch the keys to make sounds. Also, I almost spilled the flat white stripes in my hand because it's trembling so much. No joke, Dad. I'm rooting for you. You're gonna knock him dead. Thanks, Amanda Panda. An improv comedy group takes the stage. They take suggestions to the crowd and end up doing a scene that was supposed to be about coffee, but instead turns into 5 minutes of dick jokes. Classic. I have a hard time laughing. My stomach is tying itself into knots. Not just regular knots either. Like the kind of knots you get when you throw your phone charger, headphones, and laptop charger into the same bag. Out of nowhere, Matt sits down next to me. Hey, you doing okay? Everything is great. I want to reassure him that I'm okay, but I just can't get the words out. I'm here. Alright, just making sure. I know you're going to do great, Brian. Matt squeezes my shoulder and jogs back up to the stage. Everybody, down to the last act of the night. Now this person, who's my friend, is making their return to the stage after a long hiatus. Please welcome, formerly of the Communist Manifesto, Brian Beans. Everybody cheers as I take the stage. Damien and Hugo are staring at me in shock. Hey everybody, good to be here. Thanks for having me on. Great crowd. My name's Brian, but you can call me by my stage name. Five Iron Freddy, Frankie. I like Frankie Two-Tone. The crowd claps politely. I sit down at the piano. It's a lot of keys, so many keys. Do pianos usually have this many keys? God, these lights are really bright. Someone coughs. I guess Guess that's some good stage banner. And now I have to play a song. The song's called Beam Me Up. Scotty. Deep breath. How hard can it be? Uh-oh. No matter how disastrous this is, I just have to make it through the whole song. Oh no.
Tickle that ivory.
I do not like this. What is this? What? Wonderful. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, ooh. Singing that easy ska tune. Oh God, watch as we fill up the room. Rude boys coming for ya. Take warning. If you don't skank tonight, it'll be alarming. Everybody ska. Beam me up, Scotty. I got this, guys. Beam me up to the Sky Trek Enterprise. Oh yeah. Oh, piano solo. Oh yeah. Wait, check it out. Fuck yeah. Doing your best to serve an S. Bro, did you guys see that fucking piano solo? I rocked out on that shit. I look at the crowd. I see a bunch of people shifting in their seats. Oh no, I'm losing them. The ska really is dead. I killed it. Everybody ska? Everybody ska! Like a checkerboard tie wearing angel. Like a checkerboard tie wearing angel descending from two-tone heaven, Matt walks on a stage playing the guitar. We lock eyes and he gives me a reassuring smile as he effortlessly plays the chords to the song. I look out and see everybody go wild to Matt's appearance on stage. Everybody's bouncing around now. It fills me with renewed energy as we jump into the chorus. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up to Scotty to the Sky House, Sky Trek Enterprise. Matt jumps in and an improvised solo that is way better than the one Darren Springstead wrote in high school. We make it to the end of the song in one piece and the crowd goes wild. I'm moist with sweat, head to toe. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Sella. The crowd practically screams. They all start chanting Matt's name. They want to hear you play, man. Matt smiles. I think I'm ready. I excuse myself from the stage and take a seat next to Amanda as Matt cozies up to the microphone. I take back what I said about ska. That's pretty cool. I high-five Amanda and we look towards the stage. Hey, buddy. More cheers. I haven't played in front of people in a long time, but it's cool to be back. This one goes out to an old friend. Good friend. Matt locks eyes with me. We both smile. Who helped me to be able to do this again. Thank you. This is an old one from Stillness the Dancing. The entire crowd excitedly jumps to their feet. Matt closes his eyes and starts playing an upbeat, intricate melody. The crowd sways to the music. Matt looks entirely at peace, with a small smile on his face as he sings. After he finishes the song, the crowd insists on an encore, and he ends up playing a few more tunes to an adoring audience before thanking everyone for coming out. The moment he steps off stage, he gets mobbed by people. Everybody seems to be amazed that he's playing again. Damon and Hugo thread their way through the crowd to talk to me. That was amazing. It was most certainly a sight. Do they make industrial dark wave ska? I'm not too sure if that genre exists. It's never too late to start a band, apparently. I glance over at Matt, who's hugging a bunch of people. They really seem excited to see him play.
Oh.
Well, yeah, he hasn't played since he Rasa Rosa. What? I didn't realize. It suddenly makes sense why Matt's so reluctant to play. It must have taken so much for him to jump on stage with me just now. The crowd slowly filters out into the street as the show ends. I decide to stick around a little longer to see if I can talk to Matt. Hey, I'm taking Karma Seed to get ice cream. Is it okay if she sleeps over? We're gonna paint our nails and start a punk band. Yeah, go have fun. Just please don't wake up the neighbors with any biting truths about the government or whatever. Don't worry, we'll wake them up figuratively instead. Amanda and Karma see to bump fists and head out. I spot Matt finishing up conversation with a couple of stragglers on their way out of the coffee shop. Hey, Matt. Hey, dude. Need help closing up? I love that. Matt and I stack up chairs, sweep the floor in silence. We carry the stage equipment back to Matt's vans, where we see Pablo selling merch to a crowd of people out of his trunk. Shirts of the finest quality, every step of production from stead to stitch, overseen by yours truly. Graphic designs fit for a king. That kid's gonna go far. We head back to the coffee spoon, and Matt puts the finishing touches on closing. When we're all done, Matt and I lean up against the counter. Thanks for saving me from myself up there. All in all, ended up being pretty cute. Plus, he protected us from Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. Someone told me they tried to do a street performance down the road, and they all got arrested for trying to form a human pyramid in traffic. Did it feel good to be on stage again? Yeah, really did. I heard you stopped playing after your wife died. I didn't realize it had been that long. Yeah. Matt looks like he wants to say something, but's having a hard time getting it out. He takes a deep breath. I'm not really a people person, obviously. Crowds make me nervous as all hell, which is not exactly the best for performing live music. But when I was with Rosa, she lit up the room. I could follow her lead. After she passed, I was lost. Even touching a guitar hurt too much. I tried playing for people over and over, but the music would never come out, so I just gave up. I guess what I'm trying to say is, life wasn't scary when I had someone in my corner. Someone I felt safe with. I hadn't felt like that for a long time. Until tonight. What changed? You. Blood rushes to my face. When I saw you looking so scared on stage, you reminded me of myself, and I don't want anyone else to have to feel that bad. But when I got up there and started playing, for the first time in forever, I felt comfortable. I was having fun. I had spent all this time being so afraid of performing, I forgot how much I loved it. Your strength gave me strength. Whether you're trying to or not, you got me out of my comfort zone, so thank you. Thank you for helping me realize that I can do this. Glad that I could help. You coming on stage, I didn't think you would stick your neck out for me like that, especially considering all this. That really means a lot to me. Will, you mean a lot to me. Matt and I lock eyes. He leans in and kisses me, quick and soft. He pulls away and covers his mouth. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Sorry. I can't believe I just did that. Neither can I, but I'm glad you did. Our lips touch again. I brush his hair out of the way and rest my hand on the small of his back. Zalzy. Matt pulls me closer together. Everything about him is sweet and soft. His lips taste like vanilla. He smells like coffee cake. I can feel him smile through the kiss, which makes me smile. He laughs in my mouth, and I can't help but laugh too. Our teeth are knocking against each other. Ow. The moment I open my eyes, I realize we're still leaning against an espresso machine. Maybe the coffee shop isn't the right place for this. Maybe you're right. Let's go back to my place. Listen. Okay, I was about to say, it's about to get rated R real quick. Oh yeah. Aw, that's so sweet. Is there any more? I kind of ended a little abruptly. Whew. Think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Brian. Be cool. Anne walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats. Sorry, sweetie. That laugh of crime's finally catching up to you. I tried to send him in a different direction, but I'm no match for the power and funding the U.S. government. Well, if they think they're going to take me alive, they got another thing coming. I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over the kitchen, where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special. I want to get you a little something. Graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal about it, but... Oh, Dad, you... I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way! I figured you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it might be nice to take a piece of home with you. A DVD box and a set of long-haul paranormal ice road ghost truckers. This is all 19 seasons. And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghost features on the show. Dad, I love this. Thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally. I follow Amanda to the back door. What? You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone had to come and support you.
Yes.
Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is. Fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake, the good kind with the crunchies in the middle.
Yes.
I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. I mean, logically. Brian, my dude. Pablo, how's the shirt business going? My bud, I got men's shirts, I got women's shirts, I got tank tops in a variety of shapes, sizes, and colors. Each one of them fine quality screen printed with the logo image is a world-renowned witch house outfit vacant veil. Principals at most respectable retailers. But more specifically, out of the trunk of my car. I'm also selling my mom's world-famous homemade apple butter. Never stop hustling, Pablo. Baby, you got it. Brian, you made it. I don't pass up on good mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. Just not bad? Yeah, it's not bad. Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thank you so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Hey, bro. Bro, this is a real rager. Taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed for a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild. Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Let's hit the gym sometime soon, huh? Sure thing, dude. Briar and Hazels peek out from behind Craig. Hey, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all the ice cream. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witnesses. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wanted to pin it on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody will ever believe you. Oh, boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Sang soon, yeah?
Hey,
Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph. That'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese.
hey,
The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Brian. Thanks, Hugo. I learned from the best. I got a pocket full of gift cards to say you already know a thing or two. Let's get together for trivia night again sometime soon, huh? You know it. So the dialect does change based on what you've done. Because trivia night was only the second date. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda go into her dream school. I'm really glad she turned it around for finals. And Brian's interaction was kind of just like basic. Interesting. Me too. That scholarship money would really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Okay, that's why she fucking zoomed through. Let me watch that back on stream again. That was funny as shit. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey! Congratulations on graduating. I know you're gonna do great things at art school. Yeah, haha, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me.
Hey!
You're right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want. There's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? Nope. I'll have you know the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so she'll fit into college just fine. Hey. Hey. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yep. See you later. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. This icebox cake is divine. Yeah, thanks, Dad. Good cake. I stare at Lucian. He knows. I know. But I'm a man of my word. The story of his oregano betrayal will go unsung. Thanks for coming by. I wish you could have brought that up. It is interesting the game knows all that, or remembers that you went through that. I spot Amanda and Carmencita in the corner of the party. I wonder what they're up to. As I walk up, I can tell that they're already deep in conversation. Listen, it's like present rules. First day high school, you gotta establish yourself at the top of the pecking order. Really? Nah, just find a group of people you like and then hang out with them. Be yourself. Don't worry about being cool. You'll find friends. Try not to kiss anybody who also has braces. You get stuck, kiddo. Hey, guys. Hey, Amanda's dad. Carmencita here is getting ready for high school. Got any advice? When you join band, please pick the easiest instrument to carry. I'm still walking a little sideways from my sousaphone days. Flute it is. Alright, I'll leave you guys to it. Carmencita, me and Amanda are still on for dinner with your pops tomorrow? Yes, we're already planning a carrot cake for you guys. I better keep making rounds. I'll leave the two to keep conspiring. The party starts to wind down. Take a seat on the back porch. The sun is starting to set and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me? Why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy. But it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life where you're my only friend. I was really scared to go into college and be so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this. I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry, don't cry. I swear to God, Brian, if you cry again. You're the best, Dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyways, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time! Amanda hands me a tiny wrapped package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kinda shocking all your photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? Figured we need at least one photo together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid. I always do. Amy and I share a hug. This is the only beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right? Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff. intentionally and unintentionally. Probably gonna have to pay for most of it. It'd be my honor. Oh, you know I've started some fires in my day. Amanda hops up. Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard, where Matt's sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. 1 second. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna eat ice cream. Love you, Pops. Wait, how'd she work out the Emmas? I feel like if we played the game a bit more in depth, we'd get more information on that. I don't know how she worked that all out with the Emmas then. Interesting. I take a seat next to Matt as the last guests make their way out of the party. Last guests. Seems like Amanda really enjoyed this. Thanks for putting together such a nice surprise. Carmen Cita's middle school graduation's coming up in a year or two. I'm sure for the right fee I could put something together. If only I can get to DJ. Matt looks down at his hands. Seems like he does whatever he's trying to do to figure out the right words to say. Hey. I just wanted to say that... gosh. This is going to come out dumb no matter how I say it. Here it goes. I haven't felt this happy in a long time. Whoa. You brought out the best in me. It wasn't just because of the ska. Also, although that was really cute. Every moment that we've gotten to spend together since we've met has been an adventure, and I just hope we get to keep doing that. We do make a pretty good team, you know? I mean, I'll let you handle the music playing, and the music singing, and actually pretty much everything else related to music. But I can organize a party pretty well. I'm also really good at kissing, so that's a big plus. That's true. You're very nice to kiss. Slide my arm around Matt, run my fingers through his hair, giving him a small kiss on the cheek. He giggles. See, that was a good one. And hey, I've actually been working on some new stuff. Feels really great to be writing again. Oh man, Matt, that's amazing. I'd love to listen to it sometime. If you're comfortable sharing it with me. Maybe I could show you some new tunes I'm working on in the studio later. You know I'm going to insist that we add a horn section. Matt rests his head on my shoulder and sighs happily. You know what? I actually like that. Oh. Oh. Well, ladies and folks, with that is our background music. That is going to have to be Dream Daddy. That is going to have to be where we end this series. Let me see. I'd like to thank everybody very much who participated in this. Let me turn that down a little. There we go. I'd like to thank everybody very much who participated in this. It's really been awesome. It's been really fun to play. I honestly enjoyed this a lot more than I expected it. And honestly, if it gets enough demand, I would definitely be willing to return to this and check out the other dads. But, you know, I felt like our playthrough is pretty good. So, for the time being, this will be all. And remember, I want to give dad facts at the end of every episode. I want to make that a thing now. I'll think of one. So while I'm thinking of that, you guys should go and check out my Discord, my YouTube, and my Instagram, all of which you can find on my About page. I'd really, really appreciate it if you guys would join those communities and be a part of this community. Also, if you like this content, please follow and subscribe if you are able to. And, you know, just be a part of the community. Join in, say hi, be awesome, like you guys always are. If you want to see more content like this, again, hop on that Discord, let me know, and we'll definitely make more of it. So, hope you guys had a good time. I'll think of another dad fact for next stream. Hope you guys had a good time. See you next stream, 7 p.m. on Friday. We'll see what it is. Might be a collab, might be for some more DAO, might be a new game series. You guys will have to check in to find out.